Warning. The following presentation may contain excessive alcohol consumption, obscene language, controversial opinions, heavy metal, and actual wrestling chat. As such, it has been rated M for metal.
Welcome to the Mosh Pit.
Welcome to the penultimate episode of Mickey's Mosh Pit for 2021. As usual, I'm your host, the heavyweight hooligan, Mickey Vago. Now, as I said, this is the second last show of the year. We've only got one more to follow this one, which incidentally we recorded the night before I record this, but so we've got the big Christmas bash coming. It's a little bit like the big birthday bash in that we've got a few of the guys on, have a bit of a quiz. I would say the quiz is bigger and better, but it's bigger. I'll give it that. I don't know if better is the right word to use. We did manage to fit the quiz in between the tangents and nonsense we were speaking. It did go a bit all over the place. There is a new trophy up for grabs. So like I said, that'll be dropping just after Christmas. So tune in to find out who's the big birthday bash quiz winner 2021. As far as today's episode is concerned, we've got two of the younger guys at Wrestlezone on. In fact, two of the newest graduates of the Wrestlezone Training Academy. We've got Molloy and Evan Young. Now, Evan Young is only 17, so he wasn't able to have a drink with us. He was on the water, he said. I believe his birthday is in February next year, so we'll bring him back for another go around, and he can have a proper drink with us. And as you'll see for this, Connor was drinking for two, let's say. He did say at the start of the episode that he was taking it easy, and then he very quickly didn't take it easy. So yeah, I mean, and fair play to Evan for sticking around and listening to us, because a lot of it is just me and Connor telling each other drinking stories. But yeah, like I said, we'll get Evan back next year when he can have a proper grown-up drink, and we'll have another go around. But we'll just jump straight into it. So here it is. It's Connor Molloy and Evan Young. Welcome to the latest edition of Mickey's Mosh Pit. Up today, we've got two of the youngest guys out of the Wrestlezone Training Academy. So up first, we've got one half of the Wrestlezone Tag Team Champions. He's actually got a defence under his belt now. He is defended him once. So it's
that's all you need. 2 years, one defence.
Yeah. the newly rechristened Connor Molloy.
Oh! No, thanks. Good to be back on. I'll try not to get us drunk this time.
No, get us drunk.
I'll get Archer drunk this time.
Aye, get Archer drunk. Aye, you'll get muted.
Again,
aye. And up next, we've got I was going to say the newest. I graduated Academy.
I was, yeah.
Up until the Academy, up until the last Academy show. One show streak. So one show. So we've got Evan Young.
Hello, everybody. I'm respectfully drinking water today, so
yes,
you guys have to carry it for me.
I was going to say, like, I didn't encourage underage drinking.
Yeah.
So you better be on the softies.
Yeah. I've got some water. I'm sorted. I'm good to go.
Yeah, it's something. Like I said, Connor will get drunk enough for.
That's our entertainment there.
He will get
I
shit.
did go to the shop especially to get drunk just for this. So
yeah, like is it the gin you're on again?
oh yeah. Hortus, rhubarb and ginger.
Oh, no fruit though.
Very nice. Nah, sadly not.
So, like I said, I've got a handful of things to run through. The first up being, like, we might as well just get into it. We had the first show back, the Halloween show.
which was was a bit mad.
That was great.
Yeah.
So good.
Yeah.
So the first thing I've got is, how angry are you, Connor, that Evan's now stealing your pops?
Well, fair is it? New, young shiny toy for them to cheer for.
No,
Instead of
well, no, you still got a few. You still got a few.
I was silent.
Raging.
Raging.
Right, he only got to be the new shiny toy for one show, so
True.
Yeah, well,
true, that's true. Yeah.
Although Ronan King, he's working heel though, so he shouldn't really be getting pops.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
So Evan should still be getting the pops at Christmas.
Oh, we're hoping for Christmas. We're hoping.
I actually can't believe how soon that is. I can't believe it's.
Yeah, it's just it's
Yeah.
time flies now. It's kind of scary. We're literally 1 week away.
Yeah, as we record this,
That's
we're
the
one week from, well, not even 1 week. It's like 5
Yeah,
days.
less. Yeah. Yep.
So that's something to look forward to.
Yeah, very excited. Another defense.
Defending the title.
Defense if we can win.
Yeah, who's that? Is that Riley and Dynamite?
Yeah.
Yeah. That'll be a goodie.
Yeah.
I mean, if you chop them as hard as you chopped fucking Umar at fucking Halloween,
I know, but true.
The life out of him.
literally chopped the soul out of his body. I was like, fuck.
I don't think I've ever got one that good. It was just like 2 years of just built up readiness to unleash.
Like you expected the Crusher. Like I heard it, I was like, I just assumed it had been Crusher and hit him, and then I watched it back later on. I was like, oh fuck, it was Connor. Oh fuck.
I was on the apron as well, just like a minute before that, and he like tied me in the face or something. So I was like, I need to be annoyed. So I was like,
Boom.
went back.
I was tremendous. It was like perfect. Just killed him.
I know. I
Like-
just like he's bigger than he used to be, but he's not like the biggest guy as well. So to get that much shine, I was like, oh.
That's the other thing. How like I'm assuming like that was the first time we've got away Crusher since lockdown. Maybe through training or that, but
maybe like once at training, like 2 weeks before that. But
has he pulled you up for calling him lovely?
Yes. Yes, that was like one of the first things he said to me.
Yeah, I thought it might. just killing his character.
He's awful. I hate him.
Nah, it was like I said. That was a good wee match. I enjoyed that. And again, I heard on Billy's podcast, and like I said the same thing to Bradley when he was on. It's like there seemed to be like someone else that has clicked, like character wise. There's a lot of confidence and
I just felt so much more confident now than like a year and a half ago. I don't know if it's just all that time off, just building up, wanting to do it, or just growing in general, but just being more confident. But I was just so ready to get out there.
Aye. Like I said,
I was so tired that day though. Like literally, like just before we went out the curtain, I was like falling asleep because I'd been awake for like 30 hours or something before the match. Just I couldn't sleep the night before, and I was just like Red Bulls, just like I was so like. But as soon as we got out there and the crowd like made some noise, maybe not as much as for Evan, but as soon as they made some noise, it woke up. I was like,
yeah, you go backstage and just passed out.
Literally, I was. Well, I pretty much passed out at the pub that night because I thought I went home at like 3 o'clock, but apparently I stayed till like 6. So I just. It was the night where I think it was the Anthony Joshua fight.
The Fury Joshua fight.
Yeah.
Well done.
So yeah, and yeah, because the pub was open till like 6. So I thought I went home at like 3, like quite responsible, but apparently I stayed until like 6.
3
and
responsible.
Well, I mean that's okay. That's like considering it was open until 6. I was like, oh, that's not bad.
Well, yeah, aye. When you put it that way, but still.
Yeah, and then I looked at my bank account the next day as well, and I was like, oh yeah, I could tell I stayed till 6.
Taking a hit.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've been there once or twice.
It was me on Friday as well. Oh, just last Friday. We were doing this like 12 pubs thing where you have to like we go to 12 pubs and you got a different one like every half an hour. And
All right, yeah.
Jesus, bank account again. Like I was like,
Oh no, I the first. Well, it wasn't even a night; it was a day out. About 2 weekends ago, and my buddy had like, we booked a table in Brewdog. I'm like, for fuck's sake, ain't fucking Brewdog. Like, it cost a fortune. So it's like, well, just one pint and a meal, and that's it. We fucked off to somewhere else. It's like, the pints are a lot fucking cheaper. It's like, nah, no danger. But
nah, Brewdog's not for me anyways.
Just, never been a fan. It's just
Anywhere I can go, nice fancy cocktails, better.
just a £2 pint, £2 pint of tenants. That's me. Happy as Larry.
I wish I liked pints. But
You just didn't find the right in yet. That's what it is.
maybe that's true. But I don't know, gin is just perfect.
But we should get off the pub talk because because Evan can't really can contribute to this, or he shouldn't be.
No.
Without dropping him selling it.
No, I was. It was this past Friday. Me and my mates were planning to go over to one of our friends' house and have a few drinks of water there. But of course, this was like the announcement. They announced like earlier in the day that the storm Arwen or whatever has hit and like 100-mile-per-hour winds, and it was snowing, and there's like school got cancelled early and stuff like that. But we were troopers and we went anyway, and we survived. Honestly, I got out of the car and like I opened the boot to get like something out of the car, and there's a few bags in the back. Literally, it flew. I couldn't even chase it. It flew away. So it's in someone's garden. But my mum's like got friends and stuff who've had all sorts of wonders end up in their gardens and the front of their houses and stuff like that because the winds. It's crazy, mental.
Yeah. My house is like at the top of a hill, and I got my hair cut on Friday, and I was walking back to the house, and the storm was on, and I literally was having to push myself up the hill, like 1 foot at a time. I can't even describe it. And then when I was out drinking or walking to the first pub later, I was literally like, it was the opposite. I was facing away from the wind, and I got pushed into a jog. I couldn't stop myself. I just ended up jogging. I was like, okay.
I thought you were actually got pushed into the pub. I'm like, didn't need much pushing.
I got pushed into 12 pubs in a row by accident.
Aye, no, my buddy sent me pictures. Like he's got one of those, I don't know, they're like plastic sheds. Again, they're just been like flat back bits, and it was just in a heap. Like it was just this, like you said, like it was one picture is like the things I squint, and the next picture is just in a like it's hourly girl. It's like fucked. And he's like his sister bides in. I want to say his BAM for someone. Stays up north somewhere. But the petrol station roof was against her house.
Oh fuck!
Oh god! Oh god!
So it's like yeah.
Jesus.
No, yeah. Seen some wild things like on Twitter and that of what the wind's done. It's just I've seen like one of like a police car, no one was in it, but like a tree just fell right on top of it, like it just crushed in half, and I was like, oh, that's lucky.
Aye, that's the worst I've ever seen. Wind like that. That was nuts.
Yeah, no, I've never seen anything like that. Yeah, being out on Friday and walking between each pub was just not fun. It's freezing as well. I was the only one that was smart. Like there was like 40 of us out, and I was the only one that wore a jacket. Like well, some of the girls, but then it was like like 25 guys and no one else wore a jacket. And I was like, well, I'm quite close.
The lucky one.
Yeah.
We were all wearing Christmas jumpers and no one wore a jacket over it apart from me.
Sensible. That's what it was.
Aye.
Sensible. Although lasses don't wear jackets tonight too. I've learned this. But regardless of how cold it is, they don't wear jackets.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't understand that sometimes. How they can we'll go to a club and like heels and a short dress, and I'm like, I'm cold for you.
Yeah.
Like, I don't understand how you're not cold.
Aye. But yeah. But like I said, let's get off the pub talk. So Evan can contribute somewhat without dropping himself in it.
Yeah. We'll get there eventually.
I went to the pub and drank some water before I was 18.
Yeah.
Oh well, yeah. I turned 18 in February, so I've just got to wait till February. Once I turn 18 in February, that's it. Like I'll need all you guys to just teach me the ways and get me
didn't learn for
home
us.
safe.
Like I don't know if you've been watching these, but if you saw the mixer like a few episodes ago, that's just an advert for drinking responsibly. Like, didn't do that.
I was watching the first mixer earlier with Archer, and that was brilliant. It's just great.
Yes.
I still haven't finished watching that
Oh,
because I can't listen to myself speak. I just hate it.
you need to throw just for Archer because he's just
I know.
he's a nuisance. He's just a nuisance to the whole thing.
He's like so drunk, but I sound to me like I'm so drunk, but then he's just way worse.
No, like you were drunk, but it didn't show because he was even drunk. He was
I didn't realize
drunk.
how bad he was at the time until like rewatching it. Because I messaged you the next day and I was like, "Oh, I'm so sorry. I was so drunk. I might have ruined it." And you were like, "You were fine. It was him." I was like, "Oh, sorry."
That's like you see if you watch the video like gradually through, he was like the one I did. Like you see him getting lower and lower in his chair, and his shirt's getting fucking wider and wider, and the eyes are getting more glazed over. It's like, yeah, he's just fucked it. But you, like Evan, you'll be familiar with Archer because he trains in the nights you're in, doesn't he?
Yeah.
Well,
Archer's always in around.
I say train, he's there.
Oh, he's there. Yeah. No, it's mental because like we came back from like however many lockdowns there was. It was like in September when we came back, and that's when we were doing non-contact at the time.
Yeah.
I came back. I was like, right. Hopefully, I'll just get back to it, pick up the like de-rust in the ring, and get going again. Like nothing ever happened. That wasn't the case. Like I swear, I was doing some drills and stuff in the ring, and then next thing you know, I was out into the toilet at the academy, and I was like spewing because like my body wasn't used to it. Meanwhile, Archer comes back after all this time, and he's going full pelt off the ropes and all these rolls, and he's completely fine. So I was just like, I don't know what this man's made of, but like obviously he's got like the old knees and stuff like that, but like, he just comes back and does it like he's never been away. It's crazy.
That's the thing. He's got no cartilage or anything. His knees to hurt.
yeah, true.
There you go. Do you remember the first Wednesday that I came back to after?
I was just going to bring it up.
Nights?
If everyone was saying about spewing.
I have never been like so like done in cardio wise so quickly. I shouldn't have been that bad because we were training on Thursdays. So it was like just a few drills on Wednesday, and I was literally out the door like. Yeah, I was genuinely close to speed. I actually thought for a minute I was going to.
Like, was Garrick still there when you got back, or was he finished at that point?
No, he wasn't there.
Nah, I was about to say because like I couldn't mind if he was there. Like, you got Dynamite there, which is insane in itself, and then as me and Garrick trying to do each other.
Yeah, Wednesdays used to be wild with you two.
Yeah. It's just like we used to say, it's just old man pride. It's like, yeah, just need to all one up each other and the kids. Like,
I remember there was like one night where all we done it was just like see who could run the ropes the longest.
Yes.
And I went first. I went first, and I thought I'd done quite a good time. And then you two just go like back to back, and like he went first, and then you literally just like it was easy. It was so much easier for you two. You had something to beat. I was just going first, and I was like, that feels like a while. Then you guys just like tripled my time, and I was like, oh well.
Yeah, it's just spite. That's all it was, just spite.
Yeah. If I went after you, I'd be like, there's no way I'm stopping. I will keep going until I beat you.
So is Archer just fully training now, or is he coaching? Because I can't he likes to throw his
he does a bit of both. So like he'll come in and then he'll do some stuff, but then he mostly takes like we'll go in and we'll get taken. Like a few of us will get taken by like one person, then Archer takes kind of the newer guys and does stuff with them. But every now and then he gets in the ring and like he'll show off a bit, and then that'll be it. And then he'll get out, and then he'll be with the newer guys again. I don't know if he's just showing off for the newer guys or what, but it's.
I know you will be. It's exactly what he's doing.
Yeah,
he was moving good at Halloween.
I was, because he's been doing like even before lockdown. He was speaking, I need to go and get physio. And like for years since I've been tagging, I need to get physio. I said, but Archer, go and get physio. I don't know like you expect me to fucking book your appointment, or do you need permission? Or like, just go and get physio because you need it. Like, and he went and got it, like physio and like a chiropractor and got himself sorted out.
Yeah.
And it made the world a difference. I was like, look, Archer, I've been telling you this for like 5 years at this point. They just back in like through the last lockdown, he was doing cryotherapy, kind of
Yeah, that's what I was
freezing
yeah.
kind of
thinking.
stuff, and he says that's helping quite a lot. Huh? So
That's good. No, because he was definitely moving like really well. So
he's got some
Still
semblance,
working.
and he's back.
wait, who is it? You two are against it? How? Christmas.
Captain Alan and Caleb.
Oh, that'll be.
Whoa.
So that'll be a caper.
Yeah, I was, that. I can't wait for that.
That'll just be a nonsense. Well,
Just give you an hour. Just see what happens.
aye. Like I've already said, like if I'm not even gonna try and fucking corpse or anything, like if Captain Alan pops one, skip pop, I don't care.
No. I remember we were like, it was like we were supposed to have a match with Caleb and Alan at like the Rumble last year.
Aye.
I remember we filmed a promo with them, and I'm a really good promo anyway, and I'm just like one take. But like I swear we must have done like 15 because I think me and Caleb both had like one line to say and like in the whole thing. And we were just like stood at the side, but I just kept breaking. And the last one I pretty much just like turned my face away because I was just starting to laugh, but they were like just about finished. It was really good. So I was just trying to laugh with just like the camera's at this side of my face. And I was just laughing with like left side of my face almost. I was like,
Oh, it's horrible. Like me and Archer, we're horrible for promos. Like we can never get one. Like so saying that, the one we did for Christmas when we filmed it at the Halloween show, we did that.
Yesterday.
We did that in one take. That was a one take. But we're not normally anywhere near that. Like, I think I've told it on here before. We had one. It was one of the Anarchy matches for the hair match we had.
All right, yeah.
And we had this promo, and we had this like it was like a mannequin head, and then we had like, well, we can get this mop and put the mop on it so it looks like hair, but it was on like it was actually on the mop, so it's like I will poke it like there's two like banners, so we had Malice standing behind with this fucking mop head, and there was one line like we said, and then he was just gonna like tweak the hair off, so it was like bald, like we cut it off. And somebody mentioned that we're gonna put the kind of Simpsons sound effect if he goes yoink. We got to put that on it, and it just broke me. And we were there for literally about half an hour trying to film this promo because every time we got near that line, I was like, "That was me. I was gone."
There was, I think it was a promo for me and Crusher had film promo like a while ago, and I remember Reese from commentary, like just quickly, can you quickly film this? Like we were at training, can you just quickly film a promo for us? Thinking, it'll just take 5 or 10 minutes. No. I think we done about 50. I say we. I had to do about 15 attempts. I felt so bad because I took up about 45 minutes of training, and then it didn't even end up getting used because maps got changed. So that was just a waste of time completely.
Yeah, I've never had that in yet. No, like
Yeah,
film a promo and never be used.
Yeah, that was fun. Well, it's like neither was the Alan and Caleb one because we didn't do the Rumble.
Yeah,
like because we didn't do the Rumble show, so that was just like so much time twice wasted.
Just
my brilliant promos.
One take.
Yeah, that's
well,
like I don't know. Like I don't know. You've been doing a lot of promos, Evan. I like your training on that.
Yeah, I mean, I haven't done as much as probably I'd like to because the one for Halloween was like my first time, obviously, ever doing like a promo for a show.
Aye.
So we had the idea going into it that we're gonna kind of question. We're gonna say the piece and then we're gonna I was gonna start like doing my bit, but then Mr. P would interrupt me because like, oh, how old is this guy? Stuff like that, and he starts questioning me on stuff like, no, we originally had we did a few takes for it because there's one I kind of wish we kept. I don't know, I'd have to get access to it somehow. But like, he was asking me all sorts of stuff. Like, do I know what a VHS stuff? And after like, obviously, like, I know what a VHS is, but for the sake of it, it's like, no, I have no clue what a VHS is. No idea what a CD is. I was like, okay, a CD is pushing it a bit far. I know what a CD is. I'm not that young, but like, it's like, you know what a CD is?
Evan Young.
Exactly. Yeah. But we did this one take, and it was going so perfectly, and then Like, so Mr. P would ask me, like, oh, you know what a CD is? I'd be like, I know, what's a CD? And I turned to Scott, and Scott would just be like, because he's so much taller than me as well, he'd just be looking down and he had that look on his face. And it would break me every single time. I don't know, like, he wasn't intentionally doing it. It's just, it just kept cracking me up. So I had to do it like multiple times just to get it right. But yeah, just that promo I really enjoyed doing. But like other ones we've done at training and stuff like that, it's just, yeah, they're good. It's just I need to do them more often to kind of build up that that confidence with doing them and knowing what I'm saying and having a way of finishing it. But yeah, just keep working at it.
Yeah, I would give advice, but like my promos aren't the best. They've gotten better.
Yeah, I mean, I've seen the one for Halloween was good. The one for Christmas at Halloween. I've seen that yesterday. It was good.
Yeah, that was me throwing something together in like 2 minutes. Like that's because I didn't think about it. And normally, I let Archer speak first because he's normally the one that fucks it. It's like, well, if I get my bit done, I only have to do it once, as long as he gets one good take out of it.
I remember as well before the Rumble last year when we were all filming just that like 10-second thing of like I'm going to be in the Rumble sort of thing. I remember I was at training with you and Archer, and I remember you guys like maybe done like 1 or 2, and then again I was like 7 because I just.
Like I said,
I mean, I always hated like when they done it because they just made me uncomfortable. But I hope they start doing like promo classes again because they were good. Yeah. I just hated them because I hate their promos. But it would be beneficial for them to come back.
Yeah, I think I find it a lot easier doing promos by myself as well. Like when I talk, like doing one with more than one person, it's a fucking nightmare sometimes. Like we've had one with like 3 people, and it's like it just gets you're just tripping with each other, and you're like, am I supposed to speak now, or has he got to jump in? I was like, yeah, it's just something you work on. I never did any of the promo, but I can. Dave P was doing a lot of them, and he's like a big promo guy.
Yeah, he's.
Oh God! Oh no!
It starts.
So gassy. I've got 2 glasses already, so.
Oh God!
Oh, he's on a mission. You're drinking for 2. That's what it is.
I know.
Do we have that's on my mind. Do we have a count of like do we know who's like had to do the most takes for a promo like ever? Or do we look at
Sean? Probably
Sean. Because I've heard that name passed around for promos and like how many takes it actually takes.
I can't be far behind them, to be honest. Like I like it's. I'm probably up there.
Yeah, no.
When I only have like 1 link to say.
I think it's generally regarded that Sean did 1. I can't remember what it was for, but I remember Aspen on about it. Aspen Faith. He was filming it, and he was there for I don't know how long, but he filmed this over and over and over again. But I think that's one name that always comes up. We can be quite bad for it sometimes.
Was there not one that was like 20 or something once?
Well, our ones.
No, from Sean.
Sean, there's probably that one that Aspen filmed that I'm thinking of. I think like he got a lot better. He was getting like when he did his run with the title. So he was hinting to promos for pretty much every show. But there was one or 2, and I don't know if you guys have seen it. There was one he did with Tucker years ago when they were the Hot Shots, and it's fun. I like it. If you haven't seen it, I'll get the boys to show you.
Okay.
So
what is it like?
It's just very awkward.
One of my promos then.
It seems like there might be someone get on between them. Let's say.
Okay.
But yeah, like I don't know if you ask about it. Somebody must have it. It might be on the Wrestlezone YouTube page, but there's one with Tucker and Sean. I can't remember what it was. It was for one of the Cloverleaf shows I wanted to say.
Definitely need to see that.
But there was one of them. But yeah, I ask the boys to dig it out for you.
Yeah,
that's a good. That'll get you a laugh.
What do you think's like the worst promo you've done then that's been like uploaded?
Oh fuck! Now you're asking. I don't know. Probably one of the early ones.
Yeah, well, we've told so.
Yeah, I was like, there was probably the first one that was ever uploaded. It was just like we used to train at the Scout Hut, and originally I was brought in. And we had this thing where I was basically just getting me Archer's fucking bodyguard, so I wasn't going to speak. And they had me do this promo, and I was on like training gear on, and we were in like this back room of the fucking Scout Hut, and it was just awkward as fuck. It wasn't good. But there was a few of them my first, I don't know, 3 or 4 that were just horrible. I can't go back and watch them because they're just bad.
I'm so glad I never had to train at the Scout Hut. I'm so glad it was always the academy for me.
The stories I've heard of it.
Yeah, the Scout Hut was actually alright. Like it wasn't.
They're not just bumping on match all the time.
Pretty much, aye, yeah,
Like,
you are.
Yeah.
Like it's.
I mean, it's better than nothing.
Yeah.
Like, you know, I would, if that was the only option, I'd happily still do it. But
Yeah.
I'm very glad, very gracious that the
Like
ring and the
it made you appreciate because we used to get the ring like every month or 2 months or whatever. We used to set it up at Cairn Cry for like a ring day, and then sometimes a day a show at the end of it. But like it made you appreciate the ring because you were only getting it like at those ring days, or like you'd maybe get a little time before a show. But you can see, like,
did you have to like learn how to run the ropes on the mat, just like step?
Steps.
Nah, like you would run it like you were running the ropes on the mat, but it's like until you couldn't figure until you got in the ring with actual ropes. You just
I was running on, I can't remember, maybe it was last week or the week before. There's someone that I hadn't long started.
Aye.
And like I just kind of forget that people don't instinctively somehow know to run the ropes. Like, cause of course, when you first try to do it, you're like which left? They'll be like left, right. You know, whichever way you do it. I do 3 steps. I'll be like left, left, or right, left, right, and just watching someone be like, which one's wrong? Like they'll be running, they're like, fuck, wrong leg. It's like it's just so funny to watch people try and remember which leg to put in front of the other one.
But it's like folk will ask you about which leg, or like running and taking a buckle, like corner to corner. And
I don't know how many steps I take.
How which foot you? Again, I just do it.
Yeah.
I'm sure when you learn how to do it, they're like, oh, take 3 steps or 4 steps. Now it's just like if I try to take a certain amount of steps, like what like now, like you know, I can't do it. I'll just like get to the buckle and be like, that was weird.
It's like if you think about it, it's like the thing that training where you do the kind of the step up 1 second and then up to the top.
Yeah.
I was like, guys ask you, which foot you take off on? I don't fucking get. I just
I just do.
Whatever foot I'm closest to when I end up near the buckle.
Yeah.
They
probably do the same amount of steps every time for everything. But I'm not like, but you because your body just is just what's the word I'm looking for? You just set to doing the same thing. Muscle memory.
Muscle memory. Yeah. Just get used to doing the same thing over and over. And then when you have to think about it, it just fucks it up. But yeah, I think we've only got a minute and a half left before we get
minute and a half, yeah.
We'll just shoot for a minute and a half.
So, like as usual, I've explained to you boys, but I'll explain for the listeners that I'm still too cheap to buy the full version of Zoom. So we'll get booted out every 40 minutes and we'll come back in like nothing's happened.
Seamless transition.
Some clever editing.
This is where you need to get some even just I think it was said on a previous one, but you just need to get boys to make like fake sponsors just to fill in the few gaps.
Yes.
I did think about it. I was like, I might do it now. Like, I reckon if I'm going to keep this going next, I'm naked doing it every 2 weeks because it's too much fucking work. I've had enough of it now. It's run its course. I've spoken to everybody. It's like I might just do like a couple of mixers throughout the year, just to keep someone going, or maybe some backstage stuff, maybe just kind of half an hour here and there. But I might
do
I might throw
your birthday quiz or something.
Oh no, that's coming back. There's one for Christmas actually. I'm setting one up.
Oh, is there? Nice.
Yeah, so that'll be as fucking chaotic as the last one was. The trophy will be as bad.
I was about to say, I hope the trophy's just as bad.
It might just be the same trophy because I still only give it to Martin. It might just be the same. Just birthday score, date, and Christmas written on it.
That makes it even better, to be honest.
Yeah, like that's what we're dealing with here.
High class content.
Well, content.
Seamless
back.
transition.
Logic of
Seamless.
editing.
Yeah. Well. Well. It's seamless as it can be with this fucking nonsense.
What's the podcast you've had to do the most editing on?
The one of the Crusher, because I forgot to mention about saying gimmick names. So you just call everyone a real name, and I just
I
did
remember
fucking
that now.
the whole thing through. I was like, and I thought about it like 10 minutes, and I'm like, I should probably say someone, and I didn't. I just fucking let it go. It's like I'm gonna have to fucking deal with this later. That was horrible. And it's not even good editing. I just blank it out.
I know.
It's like that'll do.
Every single time, like I'll just like go back to I'm like, who are they speaking about? So I just look at their mouth.
You can usually figure it out.
Yeah, I'm like context, or sometimes I'm like, who is that? I'm so nosy that I'm like, I need to know.
Just ask. I'll send you the unedited version. It's fine. In fact, no, I win it because I need the views.
Oh, my one extra view.
Aye, I need them all. Like I saw Billy put up the other week. He's like 6,000 fucking listens or whatever. I'm like,
Oh yeah.
that'd be a dick. It's like 6 times as many as mine. I was like, well, I thought saying he's got like 6 times as many episodes.
I was about to say, yeah. If you just pump them out as many,
Yeah,
sure you'll catch it.
I think I'm number. This is 22, if I'm right. I think Billy's on. I don't know, like 122, if not more.
Yeah, he's way over 100 now.
Yeah.
So it's.
We were 100 and something, I'm sure, both of us each.
Yeah, that was like I said. This is infinitely less professional than Billy's.
I don't know why, right? But like when I was on his, it's probably listeners, the entire time I was bursting to the toilet, but I didn't want to say. So I am just sat there, just like squirming in my seat, like desperate for a piss. As soon as it ended, I ran to the toilet. The whole time I was like, I'm gonna piss myself.
That was me when I did the episode with Dino. Like Dino was,
well, that was like
Dino-
6 hours long. So.
Dino wasn't drinking, and it was about 3 hours long. And I'm sitting there, and I was like getting to the last half hour. And I'm like, "Hi, what Dino? Just wrap it up now. That's enough." And he kept going, and we got into someone else, and someone else, someone else. Eventually, just like, that's enough. Wrapping up.
Dino couldn't have drank that long.
Yeah.
The only time I ever seen him drink was when we were out after like Cove Gala watching Liverpool in the Champions League final. And I wasn't drinking then because I had to drive back to Inverness, and he was just absolutely shit-faced.
I think he said he's drinking after a Christmas show.
Oh, good. I still my.
Which
Are you?
I'm working, so I cannot.
Oh,
But I might just go out just to see Dino get pissed.
Yeah. I mean, I'm sure you'll see me get pissed too.
Seen that before,
I
though.
can't hear. Yeah, have you?
Must have done. Well, I seen you do it on here.
Yeah.
I don't know. There must be some Christmas night out or.
I've never been to one. I've never been to a Christmas do.
No.
No, I was usually like working.
I'm not even sure there is one this year.
All the way in Forest.
I've
No, I
never
don't think
heard
there is. I think we're just going out after the Christmas show. I don't think there's like.
Aye.
I asked Brian a few weeks ago, and I think he just said I think they're just going out after the Christmas show.
Although there was one year we went out. It was a Christmas night, but we ended up just going out in January.
But it's like out after like Summer Hill or something.
I think it was even. It was just one random weekend in January because we hadn't got out at Christmas. It's like, well, fuck it, we'll just make a night of this. But yeah.
Why not? I can't.
Yeah.
I find it hard to turn down a night out.
Aye. Aye. What do you say? It's nothing we saw this week.
Just for technical difficulties, music, please.
Yep.
It's not that. But if I'd done it, fuck off. Fuck off. Deal later. Fuck off. I'm not editing that out. That'll stay in.
I don't think I did. I don't ever expect anything to get it.
No, I edit very little. There is like the episode with Captain Allen, and he went for a pish. I was like, and he said afterwards, like, you got to edit that out. I was like, nah, that's staying in.
I literally was watching it earlier when I was cooking my dinner, and I was like, oh, it's perfect. Why didn't I go for a piss ballad zone?
See,
I can't do it now. So he's already done it.
yeah.
I didn't go for a shit, and that's just too weird.
Another first.
I remember it was there's some, maybe it was a gala or a show, but I realized like it was, I had to go for a shit, but I'd already put all my gear on and pulling everything down with like knee pads and kick pads and boots and everything. I was like, this is the most awkward thing ever, and I was like, I have to shit. And but I was like, it would have been so much easier to take my boots off, but I hate my boots and I hate tying them up. It takes me like forever. It takes me way longer than anyone else. I'll be like start tying my boots at the same time as someone else, and they'll be finished both, and I'm like 3/4 of the way through one somehow.
Yeah.
But I've decided I'm officially retiring where I'm from wrestling boots. I hate it. Can't do it. I'll say it just because I know it annoys you. I'm just gonna be boxing boots and kick pads now.
That'd be fucking Johnny kick pads.
I have to be. I wear kick pads anyway. You can't see my boots. It was a waste of money. Also, I got white boots, and they just first show they just scuffed.
See, I can accept like kick pads with tights. That's fine. It's like fine. You've got the like fucking just proper trunks and kick pads. I was like, nah. You even look coloured. It's just black trunks.
Yeah. The only bits in my boots
Johnny kick pads.
The front and the back. I told Ronan not to order white boots because of a bad decision, and he still did.
Yeah.
White boots. I thought it's like if I never wore them on like a gala, but it's like if it was like a gala where you had to like walk over grass, I was like, it would just be ruined.
My boots are still being held together by duct tape.
I think there's a few that are.
Yeah. Like I've been meaning like they've been like that for a bit. Well, I was going to say years now, but this has been through lockdown. But like it was a good year before lockdown started. They were fucked. And I meant to order a new pair, and I was just never bothered.
I had a mate that every time we went and play football when I was younger, he just I don't know why he never got a new pair of football boots, but every single time it was just like roller tape, and I swear his football boots were eventually just more tape than they were football boots. And like at this point, there's you might as well just wear shoes. Like the football boots aren't helping at this point.
I never know. Like it was guys that play football used to be the same. Like tape the fucking laces and on. It's like why? Just it doesn't make any difference.
You weren't at the last wee football thing we had a couple weeks ago.
I'm still nursing my injury.
Oh really? Is it what from the last time?
Well, I was injured before we played football, but the football didn't help.
Oh.
And like I eventually got this the scan. The doctor reckoned I might have torn my Achilles or torn fibers at least. But I've got looked at. I got scanned and got the results back. It's not torn. It's just very inflamed. I was like, what am I supposed to do with that? Just time will heal it. I said, this has been like 6 months at this point. I was like, it's not getting any better.
Not wrestling.
Oh my god.
But yeah,
Nothing to see here.
Aye. So I doubt I'll be playing football for the next few times. I think until I get this.
I mean, I don't just because of the weather and that. I don't think we'll be playing it for a good while anyway.
Yeah.
But
I did enjoy it. That game we did too.
Yeah, no, it's really fun. We got like 4 games in last time somehow. Because the first game that we played was like 10-0. It was amazing.
3, because I was in the winning team every time.
No, I mean the last one.
All right, the last one. Aye.
Yeah, it was so funny because like the last one we played, I was in the winning team the first game. It was 10-0, and then I lost every preceding game afterwards. Yeah, football's not my specialty.
No, that's the joy of it. It's not anywhere especially.
No, Dino's when I say
his brother,
or half. Yeah, I couldn't remember. He was really good. He came last time and he was really good. Like in goals and like he would just shoot from the halfway line and like 6 times out of 10 it would go in. It was like.
I heard that.
It
like,
wasn't fair. Yeah.
Don't want any of that.
Too good for us.
Don't bring any ringer or snap.
That's how you don't get invited back. You'd be too good. That's because I keep wanting to get invited back, so I'm just not showing my full ability. That's my story, and I'm sticking with it.
Aye. What about you, Evan? You're a football guy, or were you a football guy? You
I used to play football when I was like younger. Like I joined my school team or whatever. Never. I was terrible at it. Like awful.
You'll fit right in the rest
Just
of our
like
lives.
Yeah, no, because no, because I swear it's like it's a point on the group post as well that always goes up for the football stuff. It's like, oh yeah, we're looking to do this. No skill required at all. So that was perfect for me. I could, if I had free time, I could go and do it. So I might try and for the next one that comes up, I might try and be a part of it because. Yeah, no, I'm terrible. I've always been terrible at football, but like I never watched it. I just kind of trained and played with my mates from school.
Aye.
And it just got to a point where like, cause I'm big on just playing games. So like I was just in my house playing games, and for training, they take us to this park and make us run around the whole entire park. I just wasn't having any of it. It just the cardio was not there. So one time I was just playing my Xbox. Dad comes through. He's like, "You ready to go to training?" I'm like, "I'm not ready to go to training." He's like, "You packing it in?" I was like, "Yeah, I'm 100% packing it in. I'm just done. Not doing the cardio anymore. It's over." I was for once. I used to be the best left back in the world, and then that was it. It's over. Cardio killed me. And then I start doing wrestling, and it's cardio, ring cardio. But you know, I can handle it.
Cardio now.
I can handle this as long as we don't go into another lockdown and I come back and I try and run the ropes for 5 minutes and start spewing everywhere.
Yeah.
But I went to training like last week for the first time after like 2 weeks. So just like I hadn't been since like the academy show, and even just been off for like 2 weeks. I was like you know when we have like a Christmas break or something, and we're just off for like 2 weeks. Even then,
Aye.
Yeah.
For not doing it like every single week.
Oh, that'll be coming up soon. Is that fucking pretty much
Yeah.
it?
Sure, we've only got 2 or 3 weeks left.
Yeah. So that'll be fun. Get back into it again.
Yeah, no. In like the Christmas wait and
I'd say that. Christmas wait. Right, I'll just wear my dungarees again. I want to look good. which I've got you to thank for that, Connor.
That's fine.
You've got full credit for that.
Yeah, what was it? I sent you a photo of those metal rock dungarees someone was wearing at a festival or something.
Like some random dude at a festival, black dungarees. It was that a picture taken from the back, and it was like patches down the back of the dungarees. It was like, you should wear this. And it just so happens my missus has got a pair of black dungarees sitting in the wardrobe upstairs. So I just put them on for a laugh. Popped them on. I was like,
so perfect.
Actually, these are comfy as fuck.
I was like, you do it. It was like so perfect.
Although I did need to go and get men's dungarees because I don't know if it's just like women's fit, but they were just up in the crotch. I was like, nah, I can't do that. It's just there's something there right with that. But yeah, like Connor's to take full credit for the new gear. That's
yep.
And it did pop me in the end. Like the boys were like that Billy and fucking Kyle and that. We're like, oh, he's obviously been putting in the work through lockdown. He's looking good. I said, nah, it's sad the dungarees. Fuck all.
Sorry, I was having some technical.
Yeah, I was about to say, you look very confused.
Yeah. Technology, Jesus.
Terrible technology.
Just tick the box that says no. That's the usually one. Cancel.
Work. I think that's me with technology.
Yeah.
As my speed of replies usually shows.
Yeah, I think that's technology. Go on now.
Just trying to figure out how to work my phone. I can't. It doesn't make sense.
Oh, yeah. Although I did send that message just like earlier this afternoon, like I was still on for the night. I was expecting. I wasn't expecting a reply. I was like, you'll see this tomorrow. I'll be too late.
No.
You see, just needs to be the right thing. That's what it is.
Well, I mean, if there's drink involved, I'll remember. Apparently.
But aye. In fact, speaking about football, I did enjoy when you were on Billy's podcast, and he was just reading out the football questions we sent in.
Yeah,
he's obviously got no clue about football. He's just like, I'm just gonna read these word for word, and he's got no reaction to any of it because he isn't a clue.
It's just me chatting about fantasy football, and he's just like, this will stay over his head, and I was happy to answer all the questions with the current top place fantasy football champion.
That season's over yet.
I think it is for you.
I was about to say it is for me.
200-point deficit. I think it is.
Like if I be average this season, I'll be happy.
I'm not sure about that.
It's never been a good season. Is it?
You're not in last anymore, are you?
Eh? No, I think
I don't think you're in last time.
I'm up to 8th or 7th, maybe. I'm chasing
Ninth.
chasing European places. That's what I'm doing.
Out the relegation zone.
Aye, that's
Let's
fine.
go straight from relegation zone to European places.
That's just keep my job for another season. That's fine. I need to
Well,
get
you're
somebody else.
you're only 2 points off last.
It's 2 points though.
Okay.
Might be less than one.
Yeah. I haven't done any transfers. I'm gonna get muted again for talking about football.
That's all right. You've no Ryan here to argue with. It's fine.
Me and Ryan will just need to start our own West Ham Newcastle podcast. I've just seen Messi won the Ballon d'Or again.
3.
Yeah, 7 times.
It's because he's the best player in the world, apparently.
Yeah, he is. I mean, I think Lewandowski. There is a bit of a travesty though over the last 2 years. Lewandowski hasn't won it.
Well,
After he scored like 100 odd goals in the last 2 seasons.
Yeah.
I mean, Mark Noble should have won it at some point, but
yeah, like I said on the mixer, I don't watch football. I just
oh, I love watching.
so somehow I just fluked the fantasy football. It's just stats. That is. That's why I've not done so well this year because the fucking games have been out of the fucking place.
Oh, last season it was insane. It was just like one game week, the next one it was just like there was a game like every single day of the week.
Aye, it's like oh, here's a game week. It starts on a Tuesday, and the next thing starts on like the fucking following Thursday. It's like, just play games on Saturday. That'd be a dick. Got a fucking hard enough time minding it set with teams as it is with you fucking setting 3 fucking midweek fucking deadlines.
I do. After we finish this, I'm going to do my transfers.
You will, yeah. In fact, no. After we finish this day, do your transfers. After you've got a few gens in you.
Yeah. Maybe I should wait until the morning.
No, do it now. Do it live.
Do it live. Another glass or two, and then.
Aye. Wear a Patch Martin and fucking Thunder in, and we'll have a look at your team and we can sort it out for you.
I'll transfer out Salah for like.
Yeah, see, that's the thing. I was too stubborn to bring Salah in because like everybody's got him now. It's like there's no point in bringing him in because it's just you win him.
That's why you felt so far behind.
Aye, basically it was. It's good. Like he was in my team to start with, and then he was shite for the first couple of games, so I just took him out and I never put him back in again. But yeah, I think that's probably enough fit my chat because for real bored. Fucking Evan's losing the will to fucking live there.
I'm like Scott in the situation. All I can reply with is just sport. Like
Sport.
Sport.
Sport. I don't know anything about what you've just said. That sounds
Football's
so
the only
alien
sport
to
I
me.
watch.
Go local sports team.
Go Forest Mechanics.
Instantly brings it back to Fatbag again.
Sorry.
Yeah. Like the one of the other things I've got in my notes, and again I mentioned Archer before, but again, it was brought like somebody said to me, Evan, that you were thinking about using Status Quo as your entrance music.
Yeah, I was. Yeah.
Which I'm sure Archer would have vetoed. He would never allow that.
No, I remember when I first brought it up and someone told me about Archer and Status Quo, and then I watched the metal mixer, and then he was you're doing the show, and you pick like 3 bands, and he picked Status Quo. So I was thinking, yeah, I was doing that, and then I don't know, I thought it would be like a good tune to come out to, and then because I know Sean Henderson, darts player as well.
Aye.
When he came out, something like that. I was like, I don't know. I mean, I'm actually quite happy with my music now. I didn't choose it. I just like turned up at Halloween. It's like, what music am I coming out to, by the way? And like, oh, just some generic rock thing. And it's just like with my name, like when we decided Evan, it's like at the start, I wasn't too sure about it, but it's just grown on me now. So it's like, yeah, that was my idea originally to go for Status Quo, because I do like a bit of Status Quo, I'm not gonna lie.
You shouldn't have
You're
thought.
gonna get Status Quo as a band.
No, Archer, no. No.
Yeah, like Archer instantly put his foot down. It's like, nah.
Yeah, even not allow it.
Pulling the veteran card.
Yep. He does that with me. It's just like every Tuesday. It's not just Tuesdays. It's like every time I see Archer, whether it be on a show day or just training or just in general, it's like always he'll find someone, even if it's a random pedestrian just walking down the street, he'll find them, get them over and be like, this boy's 17. He just, for some reason, I don't know why I've offended him so much, but I love Archer, but like he's not happy that I'm 17 and I can't help it. You know, all I could do.
So it's because like Archer feels now how I felt when I was tagging with Archer, because Archer's 10 years younger than I am.
Yeah,
like he's 27, so he's 10. Like you're 10 years younger than Archer, so he feels how I felt fucking then.
Yeah. They always tell me in training, like, because obviously in the academy there's all the posters and stuff like that. So he'll point to a poster that has like his younger self on it and be like, "Yep, that's it. See, I used to be that age and stuff like that." Yeah,
yeah.
I love just annoying him just by being there, just for the fact that I'm that young. This is great.
Have you seen the photos of Fat Archer?
I've not, and I want to see them.
I don't think I have.
I need to see this.
So that's a sight. Getting pictures with Scotty as a fan. Like he was at some random show, and he's like twice the size Archer is now. It's fucking hilarious. Love it. Like he was due, put the work in to get the weight off.
Oh yeah. Before I started training, I was quite like, I mean, I'm a small guy, but I was still like quite like chubby for my age and stuff like that. And then I started doing training, and all of a sudden it all just kind of fell off. So it's amazing what just starting wrestling does, because you just realize after a while it just cuts all off. So I guess it just happened to us. Oh well, for some, let me emphasis.
No, when you start starting, no, it doesn't.
Yeah.
You have to get yourself a pair of fancy dungarees to get the weight.
For any new youth members to Wrestling Training Academy, it will fall off. It might. I can't promise anything, but it did for me. So,
aye, it's. But like, so assuming as a Ronan King, he's training on Tuesday as well. Then.
Yeah, he does Tuesdays, and then he's I don't know what. Yeah, but I see him on Tuesday every week. So.
So are you in him? Was he in the I don't know what it's called, the kids, the juniors class? Did he start there? Or were you? Aye.
Yeah. So there was originally just me. Like when I turned up for my first session, it was just a one-on-one with Scott, and then a week after, someone else joined, and then not long after that, I can't remember how long after exactly, then Ronan joined. And then from then on, me and him were like training together like throughout all, because we were still when they still had the wall up that separated the ring. Yeah. So we were just using mats just to learn rolls and stuff like that. And then we do the slams, all that. And then eventually came the time for us to go through the ring. So yeah, me and him are quite close to starting. So me and him are the only two standing from the youth class, which I've noticed from watching like the Mosh Pit. There's like quite a trend amongst like other groups. Like you guys have been like the last standers of the training like class you were in and stuff like that.
Yeah, it usually whittles itself down to one or two. As I was saying, the group that Connor came through, there's still quite a few left there. So Caleb and Anne came through with your group, or was he the group before?
Technical difficulties.
Nah, he's frozen.
No, he's frozen. It's done.
Is it frozen or is he just fucking steaming? But like you're saying about the last match, Kieran Garrick was the group before he's gone. He's fucked up.
He's gone. He's
gone. Aye, but like Kieran Garrick was a group before me, and he was only the one left at his group. Then that was me. I was the only one left at my group. I think Jimbo Bannon, who's there anymore, he was only there for a short period of time. I think he was the only one left at the group he came through with.
Yeah, so they because I've noticed it as well, like being at the level I'm at now, you'll see like the new guys coming in and stuff like that, and there'll be like people that'll come in, you'll see them, and then like a week or two later, just you'll never see them ever again.
Yeah.
So it's like it's one of those things where it's like wrestling's for everyone, but being a wrestler is not, and it's totally
It is.
understandable. But I do like getting to see the new people coming in, because I can look back and think I was at that position, so I totally understand
Aye.
what's going on. So that's like when we were talking about earlier, like when they're hitting the ropes and stuff like that. It's like it's just fun watching them go through that, because it's like, yeah, I went through that. I know exactly how it feels, and it's like, why is this not working? But it's like, it will. Just give it time. If you stick with it, then. And then I've seen people like the newcomers that come in, and some of them are just flying off the ropes now. So it's like, yeah, it's good to see people progress.
But it's like that when lockdown finished properly, when we were getting full contact. Well, before we got full contact training, on a Wednesday there was like a handful. It was me, Dynamite, Garrett before he finished, Bradley. There was somebody else I'm forgetting. I got to kick myself and I remember them. But there was us, and there was 3 trainees originally, 3 new guys, and we're doing we're doing one on Wednesday now. It was just Greg. That's the only trainee we've got left. The other 2 just. There was one. I think he done some training in Glasgow with the Asylum. But he was only there like 2 weeks and he was gone. And the other boy, he was in the far behind them. So it's just Greg we've got left now out of the group and the guys we had.
Well, we have I think we have 2 or 3 newer guys that normally come in on a Tuesday, and then I don't really see. I think there might be one on a Thursday, but I've never been in on a Friday, and apparently that's like the day mostly set for kind of like newcomers and stuff like that. I think there's quite a few of them, because when I came in to film my promo for Halloween, I came in on a Monday, and I walked in and there's like a bunch of people I'd never seen before. I was like, oh, I just didn't know this was a thing. But yeah, there's quite a few of them, I think. So it's good to see quite a few people coming in. And then you'll see some that go, like come and go, but like the ones that stick, it's good to see them then starting it.
I think the training academy seems to have helped, like getting like again, like I was saying, the group Connor came through. There was like him. I'm not sure if they were the same group, but they were very kind of close together. So it was like Connor, Caleb Valhalla, like Dino and Ted. They were all kind of the same sort of group.
Yeah.
So like they came through roughly the same time, or just there for each other. So I think the training academy has helped with getting guys through. Is he back though?
I think so. I was trying to think. I saw a photo from like Caleb's group, just like sometimes out of curiosity, I just look back at things. So I was looking back on the Wrestlezone page, saw a picture of Caleb. Now Caleb's like, he's massive.
Aye.
And like, but like when he started training, he's done a lot of work since then, but he was still massive. He was still like massive, but then you look at him then and look at him now, it's actually quite scary. Caleb Valhalla is a very scary man. I love him, but he's terrifying. Like if I can imagine at one point I'm gonna end up in the ring with that man. Like he's just gonna toss me out the ring. It's gonna it'll be fun, but like I'll die probably.
Yeah, just didn't let him do what he did to Malice. Just to kill him.
Oh no, that's not. I swear that's Malice's idea though. That would not be my idea. It was. I was looking at Halloween. I was looking for the dent in the floor. Couldn't find one.
Jack, just the chalk outline. That's all there is.
That's the chalk outline. Yeah, they must have done some work on the floor since then to try and repair it. Like, I was there in the crowd because, like, when I started training for the first while, I wasn't helping out on shows. I was still like just going to shows and watching them. And so I was there, like front row, and I was at a weird angle, so I couldn't see the impact, but I could very much hear the impact. Like I was there with like my dad or something, and obviously they do the thing. Caleb just picks him up and just drops him, and the thud, like the whole place. I can imagine backstage as well. People are just thinking he's just killed him.
Well, I'm sure I was either the next thing or I was like the 2 or 3 afterwards, because I was at the monitor watching it, and the way the hard cam was set up, you saw him like going out, but you didn't see him hit the floor. But you heard the thud and the whole fucking camera shoot, and you could feel the floor shake underneath you. Like, oh fuck! Like he's literally killed him. He's not getting up.
He's dead.
just throw the X up.
Did he not land on his head as well and had like a massive swell or something?
Aye, massive fucking but massive Tom and Jerry bump, just fucking.
That's a crazy idea. I mean,
fair play for taking it.
It looks cool and deadly, but like, why did you do that to yourself? Like,
because it's Malice.
I swear, I haven't seen all the matches back from Halloween, but the VIP one, I was watching the monitor. Did Malice do like a swanton or something, or just a front flip off the top rope and
Aye.
took two guys out? Yeah.
No,
I
he
swear.
normally does that and misses it. Like
Mm.
I was backstage in the corridor, but I could only see the top half of the TV. So I saw him go off the top, but I just
Yeah.
assumed he'd missed it, like he normally does.
Yeah.
It was the time I watched it back. I was like, "Oh fuck, Molloy took that." I'm like, "Fuck
yeah,
that."
Because I was trying to like, obviously people crowd around the monitors. So I'm trying to like look up over someone's shoulder. I just caught it. I just caught him just jump off. I was like, I've never seen him do that before. That's mental.
No, he always does it, but he never hits it. That's the thing. And then
It's never, yeah.
like Molloy took it. I was like, "I fair play to Molloy for taking
Fair
that."
play. Aye.
It's like, again, I fucking would do.
Just be terrified seeing Malice jump off the top rope like that.
Yeah,
God.
it's just terrifying seeing Malice do anything.
yeah. Surprised it's like just still going. Like I saw him at training on Tuesday. I was like, I keep thinking it's like after what happened at that Rico Rumble, the fact that you're still standing here talking to me, teaching me things. Like I don't know how you're doing it. Malice is just built different, to be honest with you. And I respect it.
He's not human.
He's not. He's really not. He's just. Oh.
He can't be killed by conventional means.
Oh.
Yeah, but I think that bit fucking Connor's doing now. He's just
He's now on his phone. He's resorted to his phone.
he's like he's putting in a drink. Is what he's doing.
Instead of trying to fix it, he's just drinking more.
Yeah, he's just giving up. It's like, "Oh, mate, close
The
enough."
more you drink, the more he drinks, the quicker it will fix. Apparently. Oh.
Like we've got 6 minutes of this session back to go.
Yeah.
Let's see if Connor can get back. And here he goes.
6 minutes. Oh, you can hear us. He can't hear us. We've got 6 minutes. Hurry up. Oh, no, he's trying to win. No, he's going to
He's gone again.
This will be like the like 30-second clip put up on Twitter just
Aye.
before just Connor trying to fix his internet.
Aye, there's your trailer.
Oh, Connor Molloy, technician, wizard. Oh, here is.
Oh, we've got sound.
Yes, now I need to figure out a way to prop the phone up.
Yeah, you need to turn it
Sideways.
around.
Oh, God.
There you go.
There we go. We're back.
I'm resting on a lemonade bottle that's mostly empty, so I feel like it's going to fall over.
What's going to fall over first? A lemonade bottle or Conor Molloy?
I love the Handle with Care t-shirt as well. It's really fitting for what's happening right now.
Yeah, that's I'm wearing that for tomorrow.
Oh, yeah. Oh, God.
Like, how much lemonade did Gin ratio is in that glass?
The look says it all.
I've been that bad. I realized when I was playing that one, they have been progressively getting more like Ginny.
Yeah, well, we're keeping this going until Connor's gone again.
That was good. I'm good.
I did say at the start we're going to keep this quite short. Now we're there. Yeah,
I'm not passing out like some old man though.
I was ill. That's my excuse.
Excuse, yeah. Edit that back in. No, I'm ill. That's why I passed out. Not the whiskey.
I'm not saying the whiskey didn't have anything to do with
it. How much whiskey did you drink?
Almost a full bottle.
Oh Jesus!
Like,
God,
that was I don't know how many the measure on whiskey, but it was like a liter and a half, whatever it is, and there was about this much left in it.
Yeah, because like when we were doing the mixer before, like because I was drinking like just like for a little while before, like I ended up having like a full bottle of gin as well, like last time. So
it can
like
get
Archer made me look good.
So
I'm drinking for me and Evan.
Yeah, well, like I said, we'll keep this going next year. We'll get Evan back next year when he's actually legal to drink.
Oh, I mean, I can actually drink. Yes, the celebration. Finally, drink alcohol.
What was it? Ronan turned like 18 on the Friday before the Academy show, and then couldn't drink on his birthday because he had like his debut on the Saturday.
Yeah, because we did the thing at the end of the Academy show when we were all about to leave, and it was like, because he turned 18, he can buy everyone drinks and stuff like that. And then I think Ted just turned to me and he's like, "Oh, unlucky Connor, we'll get you next time" or something. It's like, oh.
I funnily enough don't really remember the Academy show particularly well, or the ender.
Yeah,
Aye, somebody said you got a bit rattled.
I just spiked myself right on the floor. I've never had that like before. Like I just seen like everything was just black for like 3 seconds, and I was like, don't know. I was like the whole match like Zach had to like carry me through it because I had no idea where I was or what was going on pretty much.
Aye, it's it's well. I'm gonna say it's not the best guy to be in with like a Dan match, but then it is because he can get you through it.
Yeah. So he like there was only one bit that like was like proper. You could, I mean, maybe you could. There was only one bit I like completely either forgot or he didn't call to me probably because he just thought I knew what was going on. He didn't realize like how bad it was as well. It was also a simple thing. Like it was just like I can't remember what it was, but it was a really simple thing that I just spiked myself on. So he probably didn't even realize how bad it was. But the only bit that was like really fucked up was like I was like on his shoulders and I was supposed to like flip onto my feet and then give him like the Pele kick. But he just basically just gave me an FU instead because I forgot until I was like in midair. I was like, I'm supposed to land on my feet, and then he just threw me for like an FU, and I was like, I was lying on the ground. And I was like, I should have done something there. Then I'm just lying on the floor like, please do something, Zach.
Like it wasn't like I didn't like. I watched it back before somebody told me. I'm sure it was Mark that told me actually. We were at a gig and he said you got your bell rung. Like and I watched it beforehand. I was like, kind of staying noticeable. You wouldn't have known.
Yeah. Like I thought, like I was so annoyed after, like just the situation. But like when I watched it back, I was like, oh yeah, it was all right. It just could have been much better, but it was fine. It was, wasn't the end of the world. I was very rocked, but I was also just like sulking. I was like, oh, that'd be great. I was just sulking in myself, like, well, that's annoying, but
it was like I said, it was a solid rematch.
Yeah, it was fine, and we get a Saturday we get to do better.
Yeah,
if possible. I still got to play more gin to drink.
Aye. How much you got left in your bottle?
Oh my god.
Was that full when you started?
Yeah, I bought it a little earlier.
Yep, so we're keeping this going.
At least like on like the night after Christmas, after Halloween, I'm not gonna tell everyone that I love them.
Oh, we'll see.
I think it was just Scotty at the. I think it was told by Dino that I was like just telling Scotty how much I loved everyone. It's not true. I hate you all.
Yeah.
Next time I won't drink and Evan can just drink for both of us when he's 18.
Yeah.
Yep.
We'll just get one and we'll go in the waters.
It's just me drinking.
That'll be alright.
We'll have to see how I am once I start drinking, like, because I've never been to that
Yeah,
point. I've never been to a bad state before, so that'll be an experience for everyone.
Once you have your first drink.
Yep.
Yeah, I'm taking responsibility for
that. No, someone will have to make sure I'm okay, because otherwise I don't know where I'll end up.
Well, I mean, there was one night out where Vega, do you remember? There was a time that I was a missing person and I got to like put in the page.
Yeah. Your mum phoned Wrestlezone. Find out where you are. Wait again.
Yeah, the police phone. Sorry, the police phone.
That's an edit.
I was doing so well.
To be fair, it's only one in fucking an hour and a half almost.
I know. Yeah, I'll take that. Yeah, the police phoned us under
Because you're going to be found.
I mean, yeah, I mean, yeah. My mum, like, my mum had her, like, I was gone in Forest. Nope, I was gone in Aberdeen, before I moved there, like, trying it out, only when I was like 18, and mum had like the police at her door in Forest at like 5 or 6 o'clock in the morning. So my mum like thought I was like dead, and I was like a missing person for like 24 hours. She had like one of those posts up on Facebook, like not seen, and it had like thousands of shares and that, like everyone trying to find me.
The last scene wearing.
Oh yeah, and I don't know what happened that night. I'm pretty sure I feel like I was spiked because like it was like such a like I've been a night out and I've like not remembered like the end of the night, but it was like I didn't remember like 14 hours or something.
Aye, that's about much.
Yeah, I've got no idea. I actually, funnily enough, not too long ago, I went a couple months ago. I went to the casino, and that night, one of the few memories I have is like going with a group of people to the casino for the first time. I remember us waiting for ages, and I had to get like I don't even know how I got in because I was just gone. And like when I was there a few months ago, they were like, "Do you want to get your picture retaken?" I was like, "I didn't know I had a picture." And they're like, "Yeah, you got a picture with your account." And I was like, "Oh, sure, I'll take a picture." They were like, "Oh," they were like, "Do you want to see your old picture?" I was like, "Sure." And then they were like, it had the date underneath, and it was from that night I went missing. It was like November like 12th, like 2018 or something. And I cannot even describe. I don't even know how they even took a picture of me. I was just like, I just didn't even look like I was like awake or anything. Like I just looked so fucked. And like that actually reaffirmed my belief that I was got spiked because like, I've never seen my face in that position in my life. And I still don't know what happened that night. I woke up in my friend's ex-boyfriend's friend's house.
Yeah, I've never lost 14 hours before, but I've woken up in random places. You think where the fuck you are, but yeah, I've had that.
Yeah. I woke up. It was like 8 p.m. the next day. And, it's like November. It was dark outside. And I was like, it's still nighttime, but realistically, it was the next night. And I was like, I woke up on the floor in someone's living room, and I was like, I don't recognize any of these people. There's 2 people just smoking at the front door, and I was like, when is this, and where am I? And my phone was dead as well, and I was just so lost. I was like, where's the train station? And I'll figure my bearings from there. Because I didn't know Aberdeen all the time, so I was like, where's the train station? Good times.
Oh, yeah, just a liability.
Yeah, really.
I think actually I was just as bad when I was fucking 17, 18. I was saying that 17, 18. I was like that to my mid-20s.
Yeah. Oh, I'm not saying I'm much better now.
Keeps his phone charged now. That's a trick.
Well, I mean, I keep it charged, but when I was on a night out 2-3 weeks ago, I lost my phone. And I lost it. I never got it back.
Oh,
so.
Jesus.
My missus was bad for that. Like, I don't know how many phones she's lost when she's been too drunk. It's like, can I fucking just put it in your pocket and just didn't look at it. It's fine.
Yeah, it was so annoying. I was due like an upgrade like in December anyway, so it was like at least I could get an upgrade. But it was like so many like photos and videos and all that I lost. Sad.
So yeah, this is week we'll look forward to Evan.
All of this to look forward to. See, like me with my friends at the moment, I'm just kind of like the babysitter. Like when me and my friends just get together, they'll just go crazy drinking water, and I'm literally like the designated babysitter. I'll literally just because I just like to sit there and be like, okay, But when there's in like alcohol involved, people like obviously are different and do different things. So we've got some that are just really chill, and I just love to sit and just talk to them. Where some running all around the place trying to get them to calm down. It's mental. But yeah, when I turn 18, I've got all this to look forward to, and I'm quite excited. Although I don't want to wake up at a random place because I wouldn't know what to do with myself. Especially if I woke up somewhere random. Like, I'm bad enough with direction as it is. I don't even know like my home area. I can't get around. I'm absolutely useless. So if I wake up somewhere random in town, even with a phone, I don't think I'll do very well. So
yeah, I'm so bad with directions. Oh, when I used to have to take Bradley and Crusher to shows, like they'll tell you I am just so bad. And I nearly crashed once when I was driving them because they were so loud. They used to be so loud in the car, and I would have to not have anywhere to put my phone. So I'd be like, Crusher, can you hold my phone while, like, so I can hear the directions? And they would just be shouting over it. And I remember that one time I didn't hear it was like turn left until like the last minute, and I went to go I was in like the right hand lane, I had to go in the left one, and I just I basically turned right in front of a car.
I remember there was one show we did in Fraserburgh, and it was me and Caleb driving up from Montrose, and for some reason we caught up with, I'm sure it was Dino. It was either Dino or Ryan was driving, and there was a couple of them in the car, but definitely Dino and Ryan were there. I'm sure it was Dino was driving. No, it was Ryan that was driving. And we're doing like up the dual carriageway before Ellen, so we're doing the thing. We're just passing each other and waving at each other. And then, like after Ellen, it goes down like a single carriageway. So I'm in front, and like just before the road, like it bends round to the right to go to Peterhead, but there's a junction, like it's a junction, but the road peels off to the left to go to Fraserburgh. And Ryan passed me just before this junction, but just kept going round the corner. And I said to Caleb, I says, he's getting Peterhead. So like we were on the phone, I'm like, where the fuck you going? Oh, we got Fraserburgh. No, you're not.
It's off on a wee journey.
Yeah.
Well, there was a show as well once that I missed because I had a car crash.
That was a Peterhead of Fraserburgh, wasn't it? It was one of it might have been that same one.
It was.
No, I think about it.
I can't remember. I crashed just after Huntley, so I can't remember.
I'm sure it might have been that same show where fucking Ryan ended up at Peterhead.
It might have been. I messaged so many people. I was like, I'm not going to be there. Like, please inform everyone. I can't even remember what. I was supposed to be doing something on the show. No, I was having a match, and I was going to be involved in Crusher's match, and I was not going to make.
Yeah.
I was like there on like where we crashed for like 7 hours, because like by the time like they had to like close off the roads and do like an inspection, because I crashed like. I was coming around this quite sharp bend, just after Huntley, I think, and like my car just skid, like it was just dry, or like solid ice or anything, and I just ended up on the right hand side of the road. I was like, how? And there's cars like a truck coming towards me and like loads of traffic, so I just had to like there's a house right here, so I just put my car off to the left down this like ditch, and I was like, well, I went through this like bollard as well, and I was like. I somehow stayed really calm, and I was like, well, that was terrifying. But I was so confused because within like 10 seconds or like 30 seconds of me like going down, there was a police at my door, and I'm like, how the fuck did you guys get here so quick? I was like, that's insane. Like, but they were just like 2 cars behind me, and they were like, are you all right? Do you have whiplash or anything? I was like, no. They were like, were you going really fast? I was like, no. I had no idea what happened. They got me like after like a few minutes. They got me into their car. They just parked outside the house that was on the right, and done a U-turn and parked on the cars on the house outside from the right. And I was just sat in their back seats, asking me questions, like just assuming I was going really fast or being reckless of that. And as I was chatting to the police officer that was at the back door, I just hear the other one just scream at the top, was like, "Fuck!" And another car came round the corner, spun out, and crashed into the police car that was sat in. And then I got whiplash. So I was like, in the space of like 10 minutes, I was in 2 car crashes, and they eventually found that there was like oil spilled on the road. So I was like, thank God, I didn't think I was like doing anything wrong or going fast or anything. It was like so weird. And then I was like, texting Thunder and that, and I was like, yeah, I've just been in 2 car crashes. I won't be there.
Yeah, I didn't get the same part of the story. I ken you being in a crash. I didn't get you in the police car when somebody crashed into it.
Yeah, it was like I was so confused because I was just sat in the back right hand seat. I didn't have my belt on, so I was chatting to the officer. And then I got thrown to the other side. And then they had to call an ambulance for the officer because like the door was open and he was just like stood like at the side chatting. And they hit the front of the car and the door slammed into him from their car, and he couldn't breathe. And both the police car and it was like an 18-year-old girl. I was probably like only 19 at the time. It was like only an 18-year-old girl, and she had like a really fancy Audi, and they both got completely written off. My car was alright though.
So was that the red the red thing?
Yeah, that was invincible. That was nothing.
The box.
So, yeah, the big red box. Nothing was touching that. They called me up and they were like, oh yeah, we're gonna have to write it off. And I was like, why? And they were like, oh, it's like £2,000 worth of like cosmetic damage. I'm like, cosmetic damage, but does it still drive? And they're like, yeah. I'm like, well, I'll take it back, fine. And they're like, it's like dented everywhere and scratched everywhere. I was like, I don't care. Look at the thing. It's like, do you think I care how it looks? It cost more just to get it towed out of the ditch and back to the garage than it cost to buy the car.
Driving's mental. Like my first car I bought, my insurance was £300 more than the car was worth.
Jesus.
Aye, but my car was like that. I had a ding with, I can't remember what it was a van or a truck or someone. Like took the front end out, like any like newer car would have been written off, but this thing was built like a fucking tank.
Yeah.
It was just a Nissan Micra, but it was like one of the real old ones where it's just at angles, it's just like a ball, like your red one. It was just like just square.
Nothing would have destroyed that thing.
Aye, it was like that.
Like I used to drive to training with it all the time, and it was so annoying because it was really slow. And it could not overtake anything. I remember once I really nearly crashed because I tried to overtake the bus, and like I was basically like not going any faster than it, and I was just like I was like cars like I was just outside of Forest, just towards Elgin, and I was like there was like another like bus coming towards me, and I was like I'm really worried I'm just gonna have to go off to the right, but it just made it. I'm a good driver.
It sounds like.
Evan, are you learning how to drive?
Not yet. I think I'm going to leave it to New Year, and then I'm going to start because like I want to drive so badly, but then the thought of it's also freaking me out. So I think it's just a thing in my mind at the moment, and I need to just kind of go for it. But like my friend was speaking to me because he's kind of learning at the moment. He said you can go and book a theory like now. So if I was to go pass a theory test, I think I have like 3 years after that to learn to drive.
Aye,
so if I went because I have that app. I have that app that like everybody gets. It's like a $5. It's like the 4-in-1 kit thing. So I've got that. So I could. I was thinking about it maybe just like going and doing all the tests and stuff and revising and all that, and then go and set a theory. So then within the next 3 years, I don't have to worry. I can just go and learn and then do the actual practical driving exam. So I might do that this year if I can get like a slot. But if not, then I'm just.
It's really hard. I know people that have been waiting for ages just because COVID backlog. It's one of those things. Everything's just really pushed back. I would have passed my actual driving test way sooner if I'd done my theory test, passed my theory test sooner. It took me 4 attempts to do my theory test.
They're expensive as well, aren't they? I swear.
It's like 30, 40, I don't know, something like that. £30 maybe every time.
Yeah. So my brother's got a mate. My brother's got a mate who like flawlessly did the actual driving test like first time, but he just couldn't get his head around the like theory. So he's like, I don't know how many times I'm just burying the poor boy, but it's like I think it's 10 plus maybe. And it's like so much money gone trying to get. He got there eventually though, so like there you go.
See, I sat mine just before they brought in like hazard perception, so it was just like the theory, and it was only like. I don't know, 30 questions at the time. I sat mines, and you only needed.
The hazard perception's easy, but I passed that part every time.
Oh, no,
yeah, it's not you have to click when you see the danger, isn't it?
Aye. See, I had to reset it when I got my HGV test. I passed my HGV, went from HGV test. I had to go through that, because they'd obviously brought it in at that point, and it was like, I'm just clicking everything it moves to like, nah, that's a hazard, that's a hazard, that's a hazard.
There's a cat over there.
Yeah, that guy might open his door. Click.
I was pretty much the same. I was like, well, if I just keep clicking, then eventually I'll get them all right.
Yeah, it doesn't work that way apparently.
No. I say it took me 4 attempts. Technically, I had 5 booked because for some reason one of them I thought, like, just for time slots, like, because Inverness isn't too much further away than Elgin. I mean, a wee bit. But I thought I'd booked one in Inverness and I had something on there anyway. So and then I turned up and I'm like, I've got my test. And they're like, okay, go sit down. And then they're like, and then I'm like half an hour later, I'm like, you haven't called me. And they were like, oh, they were like, when did you book it? And I was like, and I looked and it was for Elgin. I was like, well, that's just awkward, isn't it?
It's only like 25, 30 miles away. It's all right. It's fine.
Yeah, I generally like I'm like an actual adult now. Like, don't know how I'd live. Just constant things like that all the time.
Yeah, you had to book a doctor's appointment yet?
Pardon?
I said, have you had to book a doctor's appointment yet?
I can do that. I haven't actually. Do you know what's funny? I can do that. I don't mind. I haven't got a doctor since I moved to Aberdeen like a year and a half ago. I tried to get like a GP and apparently I failed. I tried to make an appointment. They're like, you're not registered here. I was like, oh, I thought I did.
Adulting.
Yeah, but don't like it. Not fun. Evan, stay 17.
Oh, I wish I could, but you know, I'm gonna be so useless when I grow up. Like, if you're to put me, like, even if you're to like put me in the house, how like all the finances manage that, and you literally just told me just to live, I still couldn't do it. I still couldn't do it.
Yeah, it's a struggle.
Yep.
It's you learn. Like I'm somehow I'm keeping 2 quids and a dog alive. It's fine.
Yeah. But I'm struggling just with me at the minute, so I don't think any kids are on the horizon anyway. So.
Just burning your feet in soup. It's fine.
Yeah, that was it. I'd see. I told you things like that. I'm just inept at life. I mean, that was just drunk and stupid.
Yeah, like
it wasn't soup. I don't know why Scotty's got soup. I was cooking burgers. Like Scotty said, soup. It was burgers.
Yeah, it was soup. Scotty told me because I bumped into Mazda one day before training, and he was in getting. I don't know what he was in getting, but he was in getting training.
And funnily enough, I bumped into him at Asda and told him there.
But yeah,
Anyway.
it was him who told me. He was like, "Oh, Connor's burnt his feet. And he's not actually training because he can't walk because he burnt his feet in soup."
I had like proper like 2nd-degree burns on my foot. Like it was like bad for like weeks. I just like was like.
Yeah, burns aren't good. I did that with Kel once. Yeah. Like I leaned over to pick a dog out, and then I got massive steam burned. Like massive blister on, and I was wrestling that weekend, so I just had to fucking bandage it up. I was like, "Go it! If you touch my elbow, I'm gonna kill you." I can't remember who I was wrestling.
There's still like it's fine. It's just I don't think it's ever gonna properly heal. There's still marks like on my foot from where it burned like 8 months ago now. One of the stupidest things I ever done. Like I know you've got quite a few tattoos. I've got one tattoo, but I got it like 2 days before the Christmas brawl match I had with Crusher.
I remember that.
Yeah, that was not smart.
You tattoo. That was a wise idea.
Yeah, I didn't think of it. I just was like, oh, fine. And then like, you know, because like I hit a lot of forearms as well, and it's like,
yeah.
Not a smart, like the worst possible place I could get it as well.
Yeah.
For me.
Like I've got a couple, but I always try and plan them. Like I said, I've
gala season.
Well, no, in fact, I always do it at the end of the year. I was like, when.
Oh, that makes sense. Yeah.
After the last show, I was like, well, I really need to train. If I didn't have to, so I can get a tattoo now, and like, even if it's just for training shots, you've got like 4 weeks or whatever, or 2 weeks before the friggin' you get semi-healed before you can go back to training.
Yeah, I wouldn't do that again, to say the least. I literally was just like, I was like, so much pain. It was fine, but then because it's like hitting forearms with that, it ended up like I had to get like some of it redone because like probably just from like hitting forearms and it being so fresh.
scab flaking off, and aye,
Yeah.
it's.
I want to get more tattoos though. How many do you have?
4. I've got one on each bicep. I've got one down the forearm and one in the elbow. But I am planning on getting this whole arm done eventually.
Well, like a sleeve, yeah.
Yeah, whole Motorhead arm. It's just
Nice. Oh,
it's-
my favorite band.
yeah,
Uh,
a band.
A band.
But yeah,
I
it's
really
just,
want to get a sleeve. I just don't know what to get.
yeah. Like
I wish I'd got like this as a sleeve.
it's like I want to get a more edge sleeve, but it's trying to figure out what to put on there. That's the thing. And I was always the thing but if I might get bigger, like I might work out, and I eventually I've got to the point I was like, nah, you're nah, just just get it tattooed, it's fine. It doesn't matter. Like you're not getting any bigger. You're not putting in the work. You're too fucking lazy. It's fine. Just get it tattooed.
You're not gonna wrestle your top off.
That was the plan. Like you start a lockdown, and within about 2 weeks, I'd fucked it. I was like, nah, I'm just drinking now. It's fine. I care. I'll just get a pair of dungarees.
That's like I think I was gonna say as well. Like when I said to you about wearing your dungarees, I honestly like those like I think Martin put a photo of it like up some in like the fantasy chat. The dungarees I've got that are like the orange and black ones.
Ah, yeah, aye.
I literally got them and I was like, I could wrestle in these. They're slightly too big though. Like it's not. I wish I got them in a smaller size, but I literally was like, there's a small part of me. It was like these would be like so just comfy to wrestling.
Like I brought it up to the last episode of the wrestle for this scene was looking sharp. I brought it up with him. I was like, how comfy are dungarees to wrestling? They're fucking brilliant. It's like, I'm not trying to steal your gimmick, but fuck me, they're fucking comfy. Like I'd only planned on using them for like big shows or whatever. I'm just gonna wear them all the time now. I don't care.
Yeah, no. Are you gonna get like? Are you gonna get anything on them or just leave them plain?
I don't know. Like I was gonna like the shirt I got for Halloween. Like that was on me. I painted on it, and I was thinking I might do the same with the dungarees, but I was like I might just get some patches or something put on it. Just someone so this looks a plain.
It still looks good.
Aye.
You feel like wearing a pumpkin every show now.
I was tempted, but like try to get a pumpkin at Halloween at Christmas. They're nice, easy to get.
No, I wouldn't imagine so.
I thought I am keeping
a snowman's head.
I am keeping the candlestick.
Yeah.
I am. Yeah, that's my gimmick now. Like Archer's got his chain, so I'm keeping the candlestick. I'm gonna take the Halloween fucking thing, the Halloween tape off the handle.
Well, I don't want to take a candlestick again. Thanks very much.
It's alright. It's not his biggest crusher scene.
Yeah, that's probably why. And also because it's Crusher and he's massive, just putting all of his body into it.
Yeah, you've got to just look forward to Evan. These gimmick matches where you get hit with shit.
Oh, yeah.
I really want
Halloween brawls.
a table match and a ladder match.
Yeah.
Especially a ladder match. I just want to jump off a ladder for no reason.
Yeah, no, I think the ladder and the cage match is the only ones we've got to take off now.
Oh yeah, cage. Oh yeah, I forgot we had a cage.
Yeah, we've got a cage.
Yeah.
Aye. That's the only two. Like, because we've done the Halloween brawl, we've done the Christmas brawl, we've done no DQ matches, we've had a tables match. So we've only got like the ladder and we've done a hair match.
Ladder match would probably be like if like I could choose any match to do. Well, I mean, when Billy asked me, I said ladder match. So like when he like or when whatever the question was from.
Yeah,
Twitter,
I did like you
year.
threw me in there as an afterthought. Oh, hey, Caleb Valhalla and Ryan Riley. I just throw Vago in there. That's
Well, I mean, it's at least there's like 30 other people I didn't pick.
well, that's fair enough.
I think that would be a pretty good match. 4 of us.
Yeah,
Caleb can just throw me through like 9 ladders.
politic that in.
as soon as we're back at the ballroom, that's like a major goal for me. Like, because I've never even been to the ballroom.
No,
No, so like
like
a match there would be.
like as good as the show, the last show, the last Anarchy we did was, it just wasn't the same. Maybe in the ballroom.
Mm.
Wait, because it was just in the hall next to it, wasn't it?
At Leisure Centre.
Mm.
Yeah, that was
It
it.
just wasn't the same. But
I mean, there's a lot of people there still, but
and I can
like,
they put like
it
the
was-
Northern next year for 2 nights, but it's like even then it's like it's I like the Northern, but it's near the ballroom.
yeah, I mean,
And
the 2 nights aspect will be a bit different and cool, but
Aye,
but no, I like that's and I understand. Of course, I understand why they're not doing the ballroom just now or anything, but
aye, they've got their reasons for
definitely a
it.
goal to build back up to for I guess the
Aye.
company and for me to wrestle there was a big.
But it's like in the wrestling side, he's got his down periods and it's up. So hopefully
Yeah.
I'll come back up again and we'll get back there and
sure it will.
hoping so.
Um,
Even just for the guys that have never worked there, that's the thing. Because I've done,
yeah,
I did 3, 4 anarchies at the ballroom.
just all the imports.
Aye. Well,
is that why you want it back just so you can politic your way back into the imports?
I mentioned to Luke and Sharp like we had Devon the first year and then with like 3 imports like the following year. And I said to Bill, like, come on, just let us beat them. Just because we could live off that for a year. And it was more so we can keep the streak going. There'll be 2-0 up. The Gacy the imports the following year, no?
I was about to say I'm undefeated at Anarchy, but I've never had a match at Anarchy, so that's probably why.
It's undefeated, I'd tell you that.
Yeah, I've not lost at Anarchy. I'm 2-0 at Halloween, so
Yeah. It's like my streak at Christmas Chaos. Like I've had 4 matches with freaking Alan. Like after the next Christmas Chaos, I'll have had 4 matches with Alan Sterling at Christmas Chaos.
Jesus.
4 out of 5 have
I
worked.
That's wild, to be fair.
Yeah.
1-0 at Christmas.
I've no
Hopefully it'll be 2-0.
I've no idea if it might
It's really easy to keep track when it's only 1.
Yeah. I've no idea if it might win loss record at any show is. I'm sure Billy's got a record out somewhere. Or
I'm
Adam.
sure Dino probably somehow knows. Like Dino knows everything about everyone's matches that they've ever had.
He
I don't
does.
know when I don't know something.
He'll
he
bring up
tells me.
some random fucking match for like Huntley and like this year. I was like, I don't even remember that.
Yeah, like at any time, like unless it's in Aberdeen, I don't know where I've had a match. I can't like say it's Inverurie or Huntley or any place. I don't know. Like I can't remember. I'll remember the match and who I was against, but I won't remember where it is. And then Dino's like, oh, she was actually here on this date and you were on 4th. And I'm like, how do you know this? Like I can't even remember mine and you remember yours. I can barely even remember my match. Never mind where they were. My memory is terrible. I have like when I'm like running through a match, I have to run through like 30 times.
Just Johnny Lyons through the back. Just
I do. I'm literally like, okay, do this, up, down, jump through.
you'll have missed that Evan, seeing Johnny Lyons go through a match backstage.
Yeah, no, I wish I could have seen stuff like that because I just know it would have been brilliant.
Beautiful. I'm sad I never got to wrestle Johnny.
No, I got a couple of, like we teamed with him a couple of times and I wrestled him a couple of times, so I'm happy with that. I got a couple in before he went. I still think he'll be back.
I mean, no one stays retired today.
Nah.
Yeah.
You'll come back.
My heart got broken when I've never been more excited and then simultaneously more sad than when Shawn Michaels unretired and then I watched his match.
Yeah.
That's funny though. I've probably watched that since that match happened. There's probably not been a match I've watched more often than that match. I just watch it all the time. It's like, oh, Shawn had a match, and then it's like, oh, yeah, that's what it was. It's just not. He was the best part of it though. Because he wasn't bad in it. That's the only reason I watched it. So I'm like, oh, he can still go.
So the Saudi match,
Yeah.
Yeah.
He was fine in it. But Triple H tearing his pec and Kane's mask falling off and
Yeah.
Kane and Undertaker not catching Michaels when they're like he's like 50 and doing a moonsault off top. And I'm like,
Yeah.
Just,
I can't really exactly tell Kane and Undertaker off, but give him a lecture.
There's
Wasn't it like
there's your trailer for this week. Undertaker and Kane being tagged.
Oh, I'm starting beef with the mayor of Knoxville, Tennessee now. Wasn't it like at the time like the combined age of like everyone in that match was like 204 or something?
It was a lot.
So maybe not.
Like they were all like 50 at the time, at least.
Yeah. Maybe some hindsight, I guess.
Yeah. But
I
yeah,
was about to say we should put a match together with 4 50-year-olds, but we don't have any 50-year-olds.
Malice, he can't be far off it.
That's I said that, and then I was like, I don't know how old Malice is. Malice can wrestle himself 4 times.
Yeah. I get nah, it's like Scotty and Dave P, they're in their 40s now, but they're not quite 50.
Yeah. How old are you? 37.
37. So I'm kicking arse away for 40.
Sorry, I was being careful there.
Yeah.
Well,
Like
I'm 22. I'm 22 next month. Getting old, eh?
right. Your knees will be going soon.
I realize like I'm actually not that far off the age that.
Archer.
Yeah. God, I'm not that old. I'm not that much off. Sorry. Sorry, you when you're editing this.
Thanks, Tom. It's
I'm
fine.
not that far. I'm not that far off the age that he was when I started. Archer is. And he was broken when I started, so it's worrying.
He was broken when I started.
Yeah. Was he ever not broken, or did he just take one bump and go, "Oh no"?
No, his knees weren't right when I started, and that was like in 2014 I started training, and he wasn't right then.
Had they ran the ballroom before you started, or were you at the first one?
No, the first one was Billy Gunn and no, was Billy Gunn and Hawks on the first team? I think it was. There was Billy Gunn and Hawks.
Right. Yeah, that sounds right.
And then there was the year after that was Scotty Too Hotty and somebody else. I'm completely forgetting now.
I'm just trying to think of people. Carlito. I'm just trying to think of people who've been there. Chris Masters.
Nah, it was Scotty Too Hotty and somebody else. X-Pac.
That sounds
because
right.
that was 2014 because I was in the crowd for that one and I started training like a fortnight after.
Oh, nice.
So I think the first one was a year before when the Billy Gunn and Hawks of Jim Duggan. So that was the first. I'm sure that was the first ballroom they run. And then I was in. I had the first team with Devon, the second team with Carlito, Hurricane, and Will James. The third one I worked was the one where a tag title match with the hair match. The one after that was the tables match with the Kings, and then the one after that was the one at the Leisure Centre. So I've done 4 at the bottom.
Was that the triple tag match?
Aye, with the Outfit and Bradley and Ryan.
Yeah, that was a good match. Enjoyed that.
I enjoyed that one.
Your moonsault was the highlight.
Aye, textbook.
Couldn't do it last week though.
I know. I was waiting for that to be brought up. Just to get,
wasn't going to, but
just completely fucking bought. Like I only did it in the night. Like that was the same. Like the moonsault I did at the Anarchy. Like I remember Bradley saying, "Hey, you want to practice this?" I said, "We'll do it next week," and we'll do it next week, and it ran for weeks and weeks and weeks. And eventually, it was the Anarchy. I was like, "I'm just gonna have to do it now. I'm up here now. I can't go up and just climb back down again. So I'll just have to do it."
Yeah.
I need choice.
That's the thing. Is like I've done them at training for years, but like I ask them to actually like have someone lying down and do it, and I'd be like, oh no. But if it was in a match, I'd be like, oh, I just have to go.
I wouldn't hit anybody lying down with it. Like if like Bradley and Ryan caught me standing up, that I was happy hitting it.
I would feel pretty comfortable doing that, especially 2 people there. I'd be like, yeah, I could do that. Well, if we're like feeling it and just being like, I need to go with it.
Because if I fuck my range up, they can still move and catch me. They can come in or out or wherever they need. If they're lying down, like if I fuck it, I'm just gonna kill them. They've nowhere to go.
The thing is, because I think I'm still like mentally scarred from when like I hadn't even been trying to do them that long, and I'll do them every like couple months just to be like, I can still do it. Even don't do it on anyone or with any context. Like I can still go backwards. It was like I hadn't even been trying to do them that long. It was, pardon me. Like Garrett was like, oh, I'm just gonna lie down. You could do it to me. I'm like, no. I was like, and he was like, no, just do it. And he made me go up and do it. And I landed like right on his face. And he's like, oh, I'm sorry. And I'm like, well, I mean, I told you I'd fuck up.
Yeah, but it was Garrick that. But I guarantee he told you to go and do it again, so you got it right.
Oh, of course, just do it again. No. Eventually, I was just like, I can't. One day I'll land one properly.
Yeah, no, that was me. Like the other week, I just got up and I was like, I don't like this anymore. I don't like it.
I've never been more annoyed in the last like 4 months of me like trying to do a 450 because I know I can do it. I just land on my feet every single time.
Right, we're back. How much gin you've got left now?
Oh.
We're all right, please, aren't we? Yeah, really handle with care.
Somebody's gonna be fragile tomorrow.
Got work tomorrow.
Oh.
I didn't drop my phone.
Not at all.
Just telling the audio listeners that I didn't drop it.
So since Connor's almost finished his gin, I think we'll make this our last part.
Yeah.
That's a good idea.
Yeah. We'll come back in the morning for part 5. See what kind of shape he's in.
I just feel lying in bed just.
So let's just kick it off with Connor's favourite thing. We're doing the dream gig because Connor's not heard any bands. Luckily enough, he's already did his. So I don't know how big a music fan you are, Evan, but we'll find out in a minute.
Okay.
So, like I said, as wrestlers, we like to do dream booking, but because this is a Mosh Pit, we're doing your dream gig.
Okay.
You can any band for any era, alive or dead, broken up or still together. So you've got a headliner, a mid card, and an opener. So you're picking your dream gig. Who have you got?
Is it just bands exclusively, or can it be like?
It's not.
No, because like before we get to yours, Evan, like Connor, remind us what your gig was. Because
my infamously terrible. My voice broke.
Because Connor doesn't know any bands.
I don't listen to, but I know all bands. I don't listen to bands. Ryan, every single time I see him, he's like, "Of course you listen to bands." I'm like, "No, I fucking don't. I just don't listen to them. I don't know why. I just don't." What was mine? It was Adele, Ariana Grande, and Beyonce.
Yeah.
Which annoyed me retroactively listening back to it. I was like, I picked Ariana Grande. Oh, like then pick Kelly Clarkson. Can I retroactively change it to Kelly Clarkson instead of Ariana Grande, please? I'm not sure that makes it much better, but it makes it better in my mind because I love Kelly. Kelly's my second favorite.
I see. So you're just substituting Ariana out for. In fact, let me check my notes and see before you put them because I've got it written down somewhere. Let me find you. Aye, Ariana Grande was your opener,
No, I got.
and then Adele, then Beyonce.
I would be Kelly, Adele, and Beyonce. I mean, Since You've Been Gone by Kelly Clarkson's my favorite song.
So, of all the songs.
Of all the songs, even bands.
So that's what you've got to talk, Evan. Which
Okay. All right.
That's how far the bar goes.
So opener, mid card, and headliner.
Yep.
Okay, so I think for opener, I would have Guns N' Roses as my opener, and then
So he listens to the band's corner.
yeah. So
He
I've
doesn't. He's
passed.
just saying that
I've
to
passed. No.
sound cool in the mosh pit.
I'm checking my
He's a big
Spotify.
Kelly
I've
Clarkson
passed. I've passed.
Like,
Oh.
all right, Guns N' Roses. That's a decent opener. I'd go with that. Yeah.
Ooh, I know my headliner. It's just mid card. Well, ooh, this is a difficult one.
It doesn't have to make any sort of sense.
I think I'll probably go AC/DC mid card,
Right. Okay.
and then for headliner I'd put Queen, because Queen's my favorite band.
Oh, I was waiting for Status
Oh,
Quo
it's
there, but
No, I do like them, but like, no, that'd be my three. I think, yeah, definitely.
Aye. Queen are a popular choice. I think that's like the third or fourth or maybe fifth time somebody's mentioned Queen.
Yeah,
Is one of their, if not headliner, they're one of their three.
yeah. I'm a big fan of, like. So I used to play. I mean, I haven't played in months, so it's like I'd be rusty as anything. But I have a Brian May guitar, because it was like for Christmas or something. So I decided to get one because I used to play a bit of guitar. So I have one upstairs, but it's been in the case. I feel bad for it. It's been in the case for months. Well,
At least
take it back out.
At least yours isn't a case. Mine's is just lying randomly.
It's just lying around. So I have one somewhere else in the house. It's like my first one. I can't remember what like brand it was, but it's that one's not in the case. That one's just wherever it is. I don't even know where it is. But yeah, no, I have that in like a case upstairs in my bedroom. So yeah,
I keep that one good.
Yeah. Yeah, keep that one padded. The other one, I help that one. I don't know where that one is.
Yeah, it wasn't an Argos special, was it? Like like my first team was an encore, like just a rat piece of shit.
I think it was a Yamaha one. I think, and I don't even know where I got it from. It's been so long since I've thought about anything to do with guitars that, because I've got a friend who's like really big on guitars. He's got like a Fender Stratocaster or something. I forgot the names for them as well, but he's been playing for years, so he's got like the proper setup. He's got like a nice amplifier, a nice guitar. I was over at his on the Friday, and he's playing a bit of it. It sounds so sweet when you get like a good setup going.
Yeah, I wouldn't have can. I know, like I started when I was probably 14 or 15. I got my first team.
Yeah,
I was at it for a couple of years until I found drink, and then I just quickly stopped. And then it was one of those things, like I was saying about, I'm getting a wrestling shirt off, I'm getting good in shape through lockdown. That was another thing. I put new strings in I took them at the loft, put new strings on them, and they've started collecting dust. The only thing I've used them for was that birthday quiz, and like, if you've listened to it, you've seen how horrible that was.
Yeah,
it wasn't good. I've not gotten any better.
Yeah, get some training. You can play yourself to the ring, put some live music.
I know. Like I was saying, like I'm doing the Christmas quiz. I'm gonna do the same thing again, but I'm gonna pre-record them, but I'm not gonna practice. I'm just gonna rattle through them in one night. I learn 5 new songs or something, and that'll be it. I'll just record them and here you go.
What is it you're going to be playing? Is it going to be some Adele, Kelly Clarkson, Ariana, and Beyonce?
Aye, just Since You've Been Gone and Halo. I don't know if there's any guitar in Halo, and I don't.
Oh yeah,
maybe sure
Mr. P special Halo.
That's the reason I can it.
That was honestly when he was talking about Halo, I was like, yes. I was so happy.
That's the only reason I like. I couldn't name any other songs by any of those three.
I couldn't name any AC/DC or Metallica songs or Queen. Sure.
I wasn't sure like how big a music guy Evan was going to be. I was like, I could have some fun with this, and like the movie thing with you and Ryan. I could do the same thing with music, but Evan's only a bit more switched on, so it doesn't work.
Yeah, no, my range of music's literally because people like certain genres and just will stick to that. I'm the kind of person, if I hear something I like it, I just like it. So my Spotify, like the liked songs, it's ridiculous because it'll go for, and like I have playlists made that are like set stuff, but I also have playlists that are like just a horrible mixture of everything. So I'll mostly listen to that. So it goes from like, oh, I don't even know, but it's just, so I go back like a few years before my time, like Queen and stuff like that. But yeah, just
before your time. You were born like 2010.
Oh, four. That's that is. I'll take that as a
Queen is still a fair bit before 2004.
yeah, still, yeah. So,
God, imagine being born in the 2000s. Eh?
Imagine being born in the night. Imagine being born in the 90s. Imagine that.
I was in the 90s for 12 days.
No, I was 84. That's how old I.
I thought it was 74.
That's it. Connor's connection's been lost.
It's lost.
He's saying technical difficulties again.
Oh, I'm really looking forward to that quiz with Ryan, the Billy, the movie quiz, because I genuinely don't know who's going to win because I've literally not seen any films ever.
Yeah. I hope Billy's announced this by the time this goes out. Otherwise, this is an edit.
Yeah.
Yeah. No.
So you just like, so what's this whole thing about the films? It's just like you don't watch films.
Yeah, neither of us have seen like any films. I don't know, films just.
Ryan. We were at training last week, and Ryan was like, between like the top 100 films, like between him and Connor, they've seen like 10.
Yeah, we both went kind of
between them. Nearly each. Between
oh
them.
dear.
No. I've seen like we went through. I went like she said he went through the top 100, and he'd seen 7, and I went through and I'd seen 10. But the thing is, generally, like it wasn't actually how I expected. Like the first 50, I like at least knew of most of them. The bottom 50, never heard of most of them. They're either like some weird Japanese anime film that I hadn't heard of, or most of them were just like from the 60s, and I'm like, I have no idea what any of these films are. The first like top 50, I was like, yeah, I've probably seen like probably the 10 I've seen were from there, and then the bottom 50, I was like, what the fuck are these films? But I don't know, films just. It's weird. I used to say the reason I don't watch films is because, I don't know, I can't remember.
He's too far gone.
So
he's fucked it.
I can't remember. Oh, boys. So this is all an edit, right?
No, this is staying in.
Aye, this is all staying in.
It stays in.
No. I'll just start saying. You know what I'll do? I'll make you cut this whole bit out by just saying everyone's shoot names back to back. You have to edit it all.
Aye, but the whole bit you've said before that will stay in. I'll just put a wee advert in here, and it's just fine.
I still can't think what I was going to say.
Somebody about why you've not seen any films, I reckon.
Yeah,
because you were busy doing someone else, I reckon.
Yeah, too busy. I don't know. I've not seen any wrestling either, apparently. Before like 2000. So.
That's alright. I haven't seen any wrestling after 2000. It's fine.
Yeah, I'm the same. Yeah.
Well, literally training. Like sometimes I'll make a joke and be like, "Oh, I've not seen their match." You know, I'll be like Hulk Hogan or something. But sometimes they'll genuinely say something like, "I have not seen any of their matches."
Yeah.
You kids. Well, to say that, sometimes you will say someone, "Fuck, I've fucked it himself." Thunder will say
I'm the only one.
That's because you're not drinking. That's what it is.
Oh, that's true. That's true.
Sometimes they'll say someone else like, I vaguely knew who that is, but I don't think I've ever seen any of their matches. But I'm smart enough to say anything. I was like, I'll just ignore and agree.
Honestly, I just like to piss them off and be like, I don't know this tag team from South Memphis in 1971.
Yeah. It's yeah.
I barely even watch wrestling now. It's just
I don't watch any. I like
yeah.
the only wrestling I've watched in the past year is the stuff we did. In fact, without being this year, we did. In fact, you weren't even on it. We did some training calls, and we watched some old matches. Right?
I joined one of them at some point last year.
Possibly.
I wasn't on for them.
No, we did that. That's the only wrestling I've watched. In fact, no, we didn't even start this year before we got training back properly.
Yeah,
we were watching back some old matches and critiquing them, and that was the worst. That's the only wrestling I watched this year. I watched night 1 of WrestleMania. I didn't even watch the Rumble this year. No. In fact, who won the Rumble this year? Was it Drew? It won this year.
No, that was last year.
That was that was last year. So I've never watched the Rumble this year either. I was quite happy.
I watched them with my flatmates in uni, and we were drinking them this year.
I was at the Rumble. I was at that one true one.
Yeah, fuck you. I was so annoyed when I seen you were there. And I was like,
no, obviously.
I said it on Billy's podcast. And it's not to wrestle. It's just not to me being bothered to go do anything. I've only ever seen Wrestlezone wrestling live.
No, I've been to Glasgow. Like me and the missus went to see the Hydro when they filmed Raw and SmackDown here a couple of years back.
Was that when the crowd took over and like, hey, baby?
Aye,
ooh.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because I met James Ellsworth in the pub.
Did you?
Aye.
Of course you'd meet him in the pub. Of course.
In a Weatherspoons or something. Just randomly in for a meal. I was like, hey, here's James Ellsworth. I'll get a picture of him.
That's a match I want to see now, you versus James Ellsworth.
Nah, he's problematic now.
Wasn't he like messaging like underage girls or something?
Yeah, he's problematic.
Yeah.
I can't share that picture.
I'm not going to do it.
I'll get cancelled by association.
Yeah. I think I just realised how much I've drank for what I was about to say, so I won't say it.
That would have been an edit.
Yeah, no,
Well, it would have been an edit or would it be a trailer? It would have been one of the two.
No. Jim's good.
Yeah. He's going for a like.
I can't see how much time we've got left. How much time do we have left?
Hey?
I don't think it says until like the 10-minute mark.
Aye, this is the clock.
If it doesn't say that, but it's still at least 10 minutes. I've got another glass.
But yeah, you think for one more, Connor. Just fill your glass. You think for one more.
Yeah.
He's going for the most drunk of the year for the end of the season awards.
Nope. There you go. Well, you were balanced. The phone was balanced on my limited, so.
Yeah, this is what you would look forward to, Evan. Just
I'm excited, honestly.
Just straight edge it. It's fine.
Yeah. Honestly, every time I wake up from drinking, I'm like, oh, why do I drink? But I mean, it's fun. It's fun, isn't it?
Aye, no, that was me after the last mixer. Like, just deed. I was like, I'm never again.
Yeah. After I lost my phone a few weeks ago, I was like, I'm never drinking again. That was the stupidest thing I've ever done.
And here we are.
Yeah. Didn't take much. It was like it was like my mate was like, to come to the pub. I was like, sure.
Yeah.
It's hard to say no.
It's Nate.
Nah. Do you know what's funny? How you fell asleep on the last mixer? I was out maybe like a month or so.
Technically fell asleep. Past dudes were the term, but yeah.
I was out with Brian and Ted maybe like a month ago. We were watching West Ham and Villa play. It was Brian's first Villa and West Ham won, of course. And we were out for quite a few drinks, and Brian missed like his last train home because he ended up staying out longer than he was meant to. And it was like the last pub that we were at, and Brian was like, we were at the sat on stools at the bar, and Brian was just sat in the middle of us, and me and Ted were chatting. Well, we were all chatting, but specifically us two were chatting at that moment, and I realized his head just went. he was just gone, and I was like, you might well get a taxi.
Yeah, time to go home now.
He was like, yeah, that was probably a good idea.
In fact, that last the other week was in the pub. Just me. It was no wrestling guys, just a couple of buddies. We were here.
You have friends outside of wrestling. How dare you cheat on us?
I do. I've actually got outside for non-wrestling friends.
We have lives outside of this. What?
But we were out, and like I was saying, we had the breed all nose, and they'd been out. Like I didn't get to Aberdeen until like 3 o'clock, but they'd been out since like 12 or 1 or whatever, watching football. So we'd turn our meal and we would go to this other pub, and he got so bad. Eventually he just thought, it's time to get the boss home now because he was so fucked. And I got into the bar to order more drinks, and the dame was like, I can serve you 3, but no him. I said, Zari, he's gone home. It's fine. But that's usually me. It's usually I'm the one that never gets served because I'm too fucked.
Oh, I don't think I have been on like a proper night out with you. Yeah.
No, you would have known about it.
Make that happen. Yeah. Or you would have known about it.
Aye, it's because like I've got kids and a wife and so I just get like I just go mad.
Yeah. Yeah, but we're your wrestling kids. You need to come drink with us.
Yeah, it's like I get a night out. I'm allowed to. I get a pass. So I just go fucking nuts. I'm at the mace though.
Yeah, I mean, why not? Just straight on the whiskey.
Aye.
Or rum.
Rum, aye. It's rum. In fact, that mixer. The only reason I was on the whiskey is because I was the called. I was like, the whiskey will clear the system out. And I only planned on having like 1 or 2. And I was going to go in the beers, and I just kept on whiskey. That was the downfall.
Yeah, I like whiskey. Not particularly. I would. If someone handed me one, I would drink it. But not particularly a big fan of. But rum, I do really like. If I didn't like I used to drink vodka, but I mean, if I'm out, I'll drink like in a club, I'll drink vodka because it's the easiest thing. But if I didn't get gin, I'd probably get rum because I like rum.
Vodka is the only thing I can't touch. It makes me sick. Just even the smell of it makes me sick. I was one.
It is the only thing that will actually make me spew is vodka.
1 New Year, and it probably wasn't even the vodka. It was just probably the amount of time we were out and the amount of different stuff I drunk. But I was ill for about 3 days.
Gee, really?
And I blame the vodka for it, and I even the smell it makes me sick now. I can't drink it. Can't even touch it. I can't even look at it. That's the only thing I can't
I'm like that
drink.
with what is it, Buckfast. The smell of it makes me sick. Because when I was, it's another fun story for you. When I was either 13 or 14, not that I advocate for underage drinking. It was bonfire night. Maybe it was either for 13 or 14, but I'll say it was 14 because it doesn't sound as bad.
It was on the waters.
Yeah, I was on a lot of water. But basically, my mum was out. Although retelling this story for some reason she thinks she was in, but she wasn't. And she had like a bottle of vodka in the cupboard, which is weird. She doesn't even drink. And there was like half a bottle of like peach schnapps or something as well. And I drank like before going out to meet my mates, I drank like this whole bottle of vodka straight because I was stupid and didn't realize you mix drinks. So I would be like drink, like with a straw, just like awful. Like I can't remember, maybe it wasn't like a massive size bottle, but it was a Smirnoff bottle of vodka, whatever size it was. And then I drank like a half bottle of peach schnapps as well. I was fucked. Went to meet my mates up the high street, and they were like, "Are you drunk?" I'm like, "No," falling over. So it's like, because we're going to bonfire night in the forest, and there's a lot of police about, and they had like one of them had a bottle of Buckfast in their bag, so they handed me their bags. Like, oh, if we get caught, we'll just put it on the drunk boy. So I was just carrying this about, and then we were at the I can't remember a time, I don't remember. But we were watching the bonfire, and then there was like the showies right next to it. So we were all on the showies, and then it's on this big Grant Park, and the woods are right next to it. So I just went for a piss, and then I realized, oh, I've got this guy's bag with a bottle of Buckfast. So I just sat. I was like, oh, I taste it, and then for like an hour, people couldn't find me because I was just sat in the woods. I could see where they were. I was just sat in the woods, drinking away at this bottle of Buckfast, just singing to myself. And I could see my mates with like flashlights looking for me, and I was just like. Eventually, like I got back, and they were like, "Where's our Buckfast?" And I was like, "Oh, it's in the bag." And they were like, "It's empty," and I'm like, "Oh, should have given it to me." So they sent me on my way, and I got like halfway home, and then I started walking back. And then one of my mates literally like, when my mate Daniel actually done an RKO to me. He's like, that was so fucked. He just basically gave me an RKO. And then like this other guy Owen was like, "You need to go home." And I got like halfway across the park, and I sat at this cricket pavilion, but just like sat there for like half an hour. And then I started walking back home. I fell into this like bush, and then there was all these families at bonfire night just walking past me like, "You're right," and I was just like, "Fuck," it's like 14, just like, "Fuck off, I'm fine." And they were all having like little kids with them, and I'm just swearing at them. Eventually I started walking back, and I sit at this cricket pavilion again for like half an hour, and I think I spewed a wee bit there. Eventually I just seen this really bright light coming towards me, and my memory sort of stops there. But it ended up being the police that took me home. I don't remember going home. And then I remember just being at my house, and I said to my mum like 100 times, like, "You're gonna hate me in the morning because I stole your drink." And she's like, "No, no, no." And I've never spewed so much in my life, and it all just tasted of Buckfast, and I cannot drink it to this day because like I'm pretty sure we had to, like, the rug that was in my old room at the time. Pretty sure we had to throw it out because I spewed that much on it. Like, it was like unsavable. And that was the first time I ever drank. So Evan, don't drink.
Yeah, like we've all got a story like that. Like there was one I had, and I must have been 16 or 17 maybe. And because I was working, I used to work. I worked at McDonald's when I was at college, so I was working till like 8 or 9 or whatever it was. So the time I got to my pal's house, it was like fucking 9 or 10, whatever it was. An hour after I finished anyway. So they'd been drinking for a couple of hours. So I tanned a whole bottle of Jack Daniels. Just like I was like, I need to catch up. The last thing I remember is my girlfriend at the time's shoes as I hit the flare. That's the last thing I remember. And I always like they tried to get me from one house to another pal's house, and I got so far and I just fell in the road and they couldn't get me up, and I was like choking on me and spewing on. And eventually one of the boys led to go and to get one of their dads to like come out, and he literally just like booted one beside. It's just a massive fucking fountain of spew.
Oh
God.
That's the thing. It's the feeling of like, oh, I've got to catch up is always so dangerous. Like, because like that was the reason that like 3 weeks ago I lost my phone, because I was like my flatmates were already out with like one of my flatmates' mates at Triple Kirk. So I was like, and I was getting ready, and I was like, oh, I'm gonna be wee well. So I just said to them, I'll go ahead. And I knew there'd be a couple of drinks ahead, so I just started drinking at mine. And while I was getting ready and that, but like I was just enjoying myself listening to music, so I ended up having like half a bottle of gin by myself, and it was like, well, it was bigger than this. It was like, half of like this, so it was like this by myself. And back in Aberdeen, my house right now, my door is broken in my room. You can open it to go in, but opening it to go out, it just doesn't work. And I forgot because I was drinking, so I couldn't get out of my room, and no one was in the house. And I'm on the top floor of our house, and my room's like got like a skylight. That's the only window it's got. And so to climb out, I had to open, and half a bottle of gin. Really shouldn't have done this, and it was a little bit wet. It wasn't too bad. If it was like soaking, I wouldn't have done it. So I had to like open the skylight, and climb out. And I realized like midway, I was like, oh, I can pull myself up and it'll be okay. Also, right next to our house, like out my window is a school, like a primary school. So I basically fell on the. So I opened the skylight and I was like, climbed out the window and I'm like, oh, this is fine. And then I realized like, it's a little bit raining, so I have to close my window, of course. But then I was like, if I close it, I've got nothing to hold on to. So I closed it and then grabbed like the pipe at the side of our house, and I was like, I'm gonna die. But I somehow managed to get down and go to the pub. But yeah, that was the night I lost my phone. Good times, eh?
Drink responsibly, kids.
Yeah, that should just be an advertisement for what not to do when drinking.
Yeah.
This has just been like a PDA for what not to do, Evan.
Oh God.
PSA.
Yeah. PSAI.
Ah.
Yeah, I was like, that's
There you go. There you go.
Gotta eventually, aye.
all that matters.
But yeah, like you accumulate them, your drinking stories. Eventually, they rack up.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like, I got hit by a taxi once.
Sorry. How'd you manage that?
No, we'd been out drinking, and for whatever reason, I'd run out of money, so I got walk home. It's fine. And I
Oh,
stopped.
sorry, I just remembered something about a taxi from that night, but I'll get back to it.
Aye, so like, I'm staggering home or whatever. And it's like, I don't know what it would be. Like sober, it's like my old house was like a 25-minute walk for town, for Aberdeen, the city centre. So I was like, I'll just stagger home, it's fine. It's like 25 minutes sober, it's probably 45 minutes when you're had a few drinks. But I got like halfway and I like stumbled out into the road just as a taxi was coming. And I did the full like, he hit me and I did the full backflip like rear the bonnet, like rear the windscreen on the road. And I was like, it was one of them where you're just so drunk, you just pick yourself up and go, that's all right, I'm fine.
Whereas if you were like sober, you'd be like in the hospital.
Aye. And it was like the taxi driver got out and he was like, oh, I need to take you to hospital. I was like, oh, fine. Obviously, I'm covered in scratches and but I'm that pissed I didn't get anything about it. I was like, I'm fine. It's all right. I'm getting home. She's like, obviously, like, I'll get a lift home. But just to clear his conscience, that's what I was. And I've no idea how much damage I did to the boy's car.
Jesus.
But like he like just took me home, and I woke up the next morning. I was in fucking like covered in scratches and bruises. I'd been like doing my hip and my back and my hand, just black and blue. It's like, what the fuck happened last night? It's one of them where like, can you wake up and like through the day it starts coming back to you, and it's like, oh, fuck, I got hit by that fucking car.
Oh, well, I've remembered now, like that night out, a couple when I climbed out the window and all that, and lost my phone later on. Well, like at some point, like we were in an attic, and like my mate. Well, I've been filled in on this bit. Apparently, we left, and then my mates were lining up to get food somewhere, and I just walked off, which I'm known to do sometimes. But my next memory is I remember being in an attic, and then I remember getting refused service to the casino because shit faced. And then it was hours gone past. I was buzzing to get in my mate's flat, who isn't far from there. Like I think like eventually like I got into my neighbour's, my mate's neighbour, who is like my mate as well. But I was so fucked, and they were just like looking after me for like 2 hours. Then eventually they put me in a taxi home. They were like, "Have you got your card to pay?" And I was like, "Yeah, I've got my card to pay." But I forgot it's actually my old. I forgot it was my old card that I just cancelled, and I actually didn't have any. And I was using Apple Pay on my phone, but my phone was, I was about to say dead, but lost. So she put me in a taxi, and she's like, "Oh, he's got his card." Took me to my house, and the taxi driver was like, "All right, didn't pay," and I just got out the taxi, and he's like screaming at me, he's like, "Fucking have to pay," and I was like, "My phone's dead." I was like, he's like, "Your bank card." I was like, "It doesn't work," and he's like screaming at me and like gonna call the police, and I literally thought he was gonna. I remember this part probably because I was terrified, and the guy was like, not massive, but bigger than me. And I was like, and I'm just like leaning on a fence. I was like, "It's gonna punch me or call the police." And eventually, just like it was like 15 minutes. In my head, it was 15 minutes. But eventually, it was just like, "Fuck off, you fucking cunt!" And I was like, Right. So that was a pretty interesting night.
Yeah. So, like we said, drink responsibly, kids.
But and I didn't get like my housemate said, because apparently I was trying to get in the door for ages and I just couldn't put Mickey in the door. I think in my housemate let me in. I think anyway. So and I didn't realize until like the next day. I didn't get home until like 6:30. I'm like, what the fuck was I doing for that amount of time?
So yeah, I think we've
I feel
only
like
got
this whole section has just been my like drunken rants about being drunk.
we've got 5 minutes, but why? We'll shut it down there. Like I did take notes to plan to get into Evan's debut or hand, but it just seems to have been us telling drunk stories. So
We can get into his debut next time when he can drink.
this is why you need
When I can drink.
Stick to the waters, Evan.
Aye, yeah. Well, it's just like
What
one
do
of
you
those.
mean? This is water.
It's like one of those. It's like for our school when they bring in like a local police officer, and then you like take us through this long PowerPoint about like alcohol and how to be responsible with it and stuff like that. It's just like this is just what you need.
Just
Sure,
get
school
You should show them this.
just get a
instead.
couple of alkies in. It's fine.
just open YouTube on the big screen in the school in the class and just put on Mickey's Mosh Pit episode 22 or whatever. Just go through all the stories of everybody, or just watch
Every
Archer.
mosh pit.
I
Watch
just
Archer.
Just put on every mosh pit back to back.
Yeah, every Mosh Pit episode. Yeah.
But I doubt everyone, but aye. This one.
This
Put
one.
put on every mixer. That's what I meant to say.
Aye, every mix. Aye. There's always someone who's too far in a mixer.
Did anyone get? Who was the second one with Johnny and that? No one got too bad then, did they?
Scotty did. It didn't look at so far on the but we continued drinking after we stopped recording, and apparently he was.
Because I know he got really bad on the birthday one, the quiz. Was that it? Or am I thinking of the other one?
I don't know. I'm sure it was in the mixer. Like we continued drinking after we stopped
Maybe it
recording,
was.
and he can't remember it. He went outside to walk the dog, and the fresh air hit him, and he can't remember anything after that.
I know it was one of them anyway.
But yeah, aye. So just put on a mixer. It's fine. There's your anti-drinking advert.
I can't wait to one day I'm gonna have kids and be like when they're teenagers, tell them not to drink and they'll find this video and be like, "See, you did when you were 14." I'm like, "Oh, sorry."
Aye. Did I show this to your kids?
I'll be like messaging like for years. I'll be like, private this video.
Report. And I still want to be anywhere near fucking Billy's 6,000 views.
What do you mean? I think this deserves a few thousand views.
Aye,
Just
If anyone's made
clicking on
it
and
this
off
far, I
video.
apologize.
this will get a couple. Like this last part is getting used as a trailer.
Oh, just edit out the last like hour of me speaking because I think like this whole last part has just been me, and I apologize for that.
Like I said,
Joking.
so we're shutting this down now because
I need my bed.
Connor is literally drinking for 2 now. I did joke that we were gonna keep this going until but he's I think we're there.
He's finished. He's finished.
Yeah,
Well, yeah, it's over.
you've 2 minutes. Your time for another ring. I might as well finish it.
It's from the bottle. It's from the bottle. Don't even pour it. Don't even pour it.
So before we get cut off, thanks to my guest this time, it's Connor Molloy. He's gone. He's like I said, he's gunning for that end of season most drunk award.
I'm trying to get on the podium at least.
He's looking for a European place. So yeah, we've got Conor Molloy, and thanks to Evan Young for sitting there and listening to us talk shite for the past couple of
Oh,
years.
it's been great. It's been great.
We'll like I said, we'll get you back next year when you can drink, and
When I can drink,
and you can try and get the same state as that.
I'll go for it. I'll go for it. Oh, I don't think that's impossible. Oh,
It's that's it.
End it. Stop.
We're shutting it, dude. It's done. We're done. Thanks, boys. I've enjoyed that.